It's another night in the East Division. Welcome to Commodores baseball from Harwich tonight as the Commodores face the Harwich Mariners in game number 12 of the 2024 season. Hi, everybody, with MJ Newsom. I'm Aiden Blank. Gabe Perrin is our producer for the evening. And MJ, this is the hottest that the Dores have been all season. Back-to-back wins at home. Now they take their talents to the road. This is the third team this season they played for the second time, and so far they are 2-0 against the previous two teams.
Four-game stretch ended with a loss to Katuitt. The four-game stretch ended with a loss to Harwich. Then he bounced back and played Katuitt, the last team you're going to see for the first time. And then you said it, the next two teams you play, Orleans a win, last night a win over Bourne, two victories that you didn't get the first time around. So you're starting to kind of come around the second time through, and Aiden, everything is beginning to mesh together more. We had talked about this. The hitting's good somewhere, so the pitching's not good. The pitching's good, the hitting's not good. Everything's coming together, looking like a complete ball club right now.
Commodore starters in the last 12 innings of baseball have allowed just one earned run, and tonight we hope Jack Seppings will extend that. It really hasn't been lengthy starts, my partner. It's just been, 3-4 innings of lockdown baseball, and it's really helped get the game off on the right foot.
Yeah, the last time we saw Jack Seppings start, it was a week ago today at home against Bourne. He pitched, I think, about 3 or 4 innings and then got a little bit of work on Tuesday against Katuitt. So we haven't seen him exactly go super lengthy, but a guy we've seen come in, do well, do good work, throw strikes, and that's what you're going to need. And we haven't seen a lot of guys go very far. I think the furthest we've seen a guy go this summer, at least on the Falmouth side, has been 5 innings. No one has gone deeper than that. So it's going to be a lot more of a bullpen kind of role, bullpen kind of game moving forward this summer. A lot of more guys involved, and you got to hope the bullpen presence is there.
Offensively, Dylan Carey will be back in the lineup. He was the star of the show last night. 4 hits for the Dores, and it really propelled them to victory on a night where everybody seemed to be hitting pretty well.
Yeah, Dylan Carey with his 4 hits. That's the first time any Commodore has had 4+ hits this summer, and it really felt like his time was coming. We had seen him, a double here, a double there, a big single there. Finally, he kind of gets everything together and was really the bright spot last night, a big 2 RBI single in the 7th. That was the difference. And, Aiden, you talk about the hitting. It was great in the first inning. 2 runs right off the bat and then completely silent for the next few innings. You get all the way to the 7th, need some runs, you get the bases loaded. Dylan Carey at the dish delivers. That's exactly what you need, and Dylan Carey answered the bell.
So the Commodores face the Harwich Mariners. This is the second time we will see Hayden LeFew on the mound. He was scheduled to start that last game they played. He didn't pitch very long. He came in an inning and a third in relief, and this will be a lot of new bats that he hasn't faced, including the debut tonight of Gavin Turley in his second season.
Yeah, excited to see Gavin Turley in the lineup. Of course, his buddy Trent Caraway in the lineup as well. I had a chance to catch up with Trent and Gavin today at BP. Both guys super excited to be here. Both guys roommates back in Corvallis at Oregon State. And you mentioned Hayden LeFew, a guy that got a relief outing the last time these two teams met on Sunday. LeFew does not throw a lot of startable in a relief role, but Aiden, we have seen a lot of relievers get starts this summer and try to make a transition to that next step on the hill.
Well, we will step aside. On the other side of this break, Braden has his pregame conversation. Today's pregame conversation with Parker Coyle, who really stole the show last night at the end of the game, striking out all 5 batters to close it out, and he did end up with a save. He will talk with Braden when we come back as we get set for Harwich and the Commodores coming up on a Friday night here in the East Division.
Ace Ticket is proud to be a platinum sponsor of Falmouth Commodores baseball. They specialize in hard-to-find tickets for all types of events. Their secure website provides the ideal solution to all your ticket needs, and their experienced staff is standing by ready to help. Visit aceticket.com to get in the game.
Authentic Cape Cod dining is right around the corner at Jim's Clam Shack. Open seasonally for over 50 years, Jim's features oceanfront views with all the lobster, shrimp, burgers, and clams you can ask for. Stop by for a pregame meal or enjoy an off day at Jim's Clam Shack. Find them at 227 Clinton Ave right here in Falmouth and hit your next meal out of the park.
Martha's Vineyard can be challenging. The weather, the local economy, and our sensitive environment can all play a role. We support island businesses that know the value of making good, responsible, local decisions. From checking to savings to online banking, business and residential loans, go with the bank that makes its decisions locally too. Martha's Vineyard Savings.
Braden Schenk here at Whitehouse Field with Arkansas's Parker Coyle. Parker, a great outing for you last night, closing the door. What was working well for you?
Really everything. I just kind of had my off speed going early, so just kind of stuck with that and just kind of maintained that throughout the game and throughout the last few innings there.
And obviously you're a second-year Commodore. What brought you back for year 2 to Falmouth?
Really just playing here last year. I had a great time, a great experience. Love all the coaches here, and obviously, who wouldn't want to come up here and play in the Cape? So when I had an opportunity to come up here again this summer, I had to take it.
And what's been the biggest adjustment from pitching from the spring to the summer now?
Really just kind of working on some more things, like really trying to figure out what all you want to do, having a game plan going into each outing of what you want to work on and what you're trying to get better at.
Obviously, you played here last year. You played at all 10 ballparks. Do you have any favorites around the Cape you like to play at?
Man, obviously I love the Gov, nothing like playing at home, but I really like playing at Catuit's Field, even though that's our rival. They have a great field, and obviously here tonight at Harwich, this is a fun field to play at.
And then Fenway's coming up on Monday, the Fenway workout. You looking forward to that?
I am, yes. The family's going to come up here, and we're gonna go and get a workout in and maybe go do a few tours and go see a little bit of Boston. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Have you been to Fenway at all before?
I've never been, so that's going to be a first time for me, and I'm really excited to go see what it's all about.
Awesome. Thank you, Parker. That was Arkansas's Parker Coyle. Coming up next, first pitch between the Commodores and the Mariners.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Cape League Baseball is brought to you by 99 Restaurants, Hampton Inn, Baseball Cloud, Cape Cod 5, Franklin Sports, Milton.
Harry Jones. Called strike on the outer third, 0-2 count to the shortstop. And then the bottom 3, LaSalle, Bowen, Christian Martin. Commodores in their black uniforms, as always on the road, says Falmouth across the front, maroon script. Pitch. Swing and a high fly to right field, dropping quick and down for a base hit. Keelan barrels one up, gets himself an early knock, and the Commodores have a base runner on their first batter of the game.
Really nice 2-strike hitting by Gavin Keelan. Did not get upset about the first 2 pitches that went for a strike. Just kept his barrel in there, kept his nose in there. Got a nice base hit, and that's a good way to start offensively.
So turns it over for Luke Gaffney. We usually see him in the 3 spot, but he gets the second. Recently just transferred to the Clemson Tigers. 0 for 1 with an RBI and a walk last night against Bourne. Big Ten Freshman of the Year dialed in for the right side. First pitch to him. Swinging strike, a high fastball at 94 miles an hour out of the hand of LeFew. Harwich in their red shirt Friday uniforms, so it does not say Harwich, it says Cape Cod Baseball League, I believe, across the front in camo. And they have the red uniforms. They are wearing their traditional tan pants. And stepping back in safely is Luke Gaffney. Gaffney at the plate, Keelan on first. 0-1, nobody out. Early stages of this ball game on a Friday night. Another check back to first. The sling is not in time. Harwich hosted the All-Star game last season, turned things over to Falmouth this year. Pitch slung in just high at 81, off speed, and the count evens out at 1 ball and 1 strike. I was there for that this last year. It was a wonderful event. This is definitely one of the ballparks that's more conducive to huge crowds of 6,000, 7,000. 1-1, swinging strike, 84, another changeup. Fools Gaffney, looking back at the umpire for clarification on something, and the count's 1-2. We've talked so much about how it's going to be interesting watching people try to find parking at Gov Fuller Field. That was not an issue here last year. A lot of space for An all-star crowd to roam around. The 1-2. Swing and a high fly ball skyward towards center. Calling everybody off at second base. And making the grab is Cade Curlin. First out of the inning. His first game as a Harwich Mariner, and he gets the first down.
Already two little fly balls on the right side, and the first ball that came off the bat of Keelan, Michael Anderson really had to fight the sun setting, held his hand up next to his eyes, and Cade Curlin doing the same thing, but his result a little bit more different.
So now Trent Caraway, third baseman for Oregon State, or from Oregon State, I should say. First pitch delayed, another check back to first. LeFew very concerned with Keelan. Commodores have been known to be aggressive on the base pass at times. Now the Beaver, with his appropriate Oregon State themed cleats, takes a strike, 0-1. Quick time is called. For something to do, somebody had to step off. The 0-1. Swinging strike, and it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Pops one up behind our heads. It's foul, and the count holds. Oh, and 2, 1 out, runner on first, just warming things up from Whitehouse Field. The pitch low inside, and it hit Caraway. So the Commodores with an early chance to score some runs once again. 2 runners on and 1 out. They went from the Katuitt game, in which they came in having not scored first all season, to now having done it in 3 consecutive games. And MJ, they can do it in a 4th if Gavin Turley can come away with a base hit in his first at-bat as a Commodore this season.
Well, his buddy on first, Trent Caraway, his first at-bat as a Commodore a few days ago. Home run. Let's see if the Beavers can make it 2 for 2 in the base hits.
Turley, the center fielder, right side. Second season with the Dores, was here last year. Fouls it to the backstop, 0-1. Played here with his teammate Travis Bazzana. Travis not back this year, but we were told he's going to visit. Right, likely before he gets selected in the MLB draft. Look back to second. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. The bat goes flying, and it's caught in a heap of netting just above the Mariner dugout. What a way to welcome yourself back to Falmouth. A long strike that nearly took somebody's head off. It doesn't get into the stands. He's going to continue using the bat here.
Might want to grab a little bit of pine tar after that one. Kind of surprised we have not seen that more often this summer.
Well, I'm going to need to double check with our producer, Braden Schenk. I'm fairly certain that last season, Gavin also had that same exact thing happen to him in a game at Spillane Field. It was one of the Commodores. I'm fairly certain it was Turley. Now he swings and misses, and he's down on strikes at his first at-bat in year 2 of the Cape League.
And that's tough to recover from, I think, Aiden. You know, throwing your bat the previous swing, then you're going to swing a little bit softer the next time, maybe a little bit harder to catch up with a fastball.
So now it's Dylan Carey. Good God, when you need some runs, especially after the night he had yesterday. 4-hit game, first 4-hit game he's had this season. Not many Dores have done that this year. Hits a towering fly ball to left field. Back now.
Life-changing events. Attorney Stephen Snow knows the challenges that lie ahead. We'll go the extra mile for you. Call Attorney Stephen Snow at the Snow Law Firm today. 508-388-6676.
At Lawrence Lynch, we build and improve infrastructure that connects people and transforms our communities for the better. We strive to be an industry leader in civil construction by empowering our talented employees, respecting our supply chain relationships, and exceeding expectations in our service to our customers. There's no place quite like Lawrence Lynch. Visit us on the web at lawrencelynch.com or get in touch at 508-548-1800.
Welcome back to B.F.C. Whitehouse Field here in Harwich, Mass. Aiden Blank alongside MJ Newsom here on the Commodores YouTube network. And MJ, the Dores threatened in the first, unable to get anything going. And now they will come to the field here in the bottom of the first. And Jack Seppings gets his second start of the Cape League season.
Yeah, the pitching's been really good the last few games. Just a combined 3 runs against your last 2 opponents in Orleans and Bourne, and you hope to continue the same.
First pitch, high and in. Leadoff hitters Bristol Carter, center fielder for the Mariners. Carter, Curlin, Godbout hitting for Harwich. Top 3 in this order. Fires one in, hit off the end of the bat, and long foul ball down the right field line. Goes out of play. Count evened out at 1 apiece. 1-1, nobody out. Setting sun on a Friday night, a redshirt Friday. Lifting a 1-1. Bounced up the middle over the head of Seppings. Backhand field over the head of Keelan. He spikes it into the dirt. It just was too tough a play for him to make, but a good effort there defensively. Harwich is going to get, I would assume, an infield single there. Christian Martin, the second baseman, unable to grab it.
Yeah, really tough play, a slow bouncer up the middle. Martin had to range a lot to his right and throw across his body with his weight moving backwards. Just a really tough play to make, but he made it look pretty effortless and almost got him out.
So an infield single brings up Cade Curland, second baseman out of Florida. Curland and Heyman, the two to come in. And the first pitch, a breaking ball that lands in the zone. It's 0-1. Curland in his first year with Harwich, tied for second on the Gators in hit by pitches this spring, slashing .297 with 17 homers, 17 doubles, and 50 RBI in a freshman season that was just terrific. Pitch misses outside 1-1. Of course, the Gators 2 years ago in the College World Series Championship, they went back to Omaha this year. Didn't finish the job, but man, you know, after all the talk with them, losing a lot of winnable games in the regular season, what a surprise of a season. Way out in front of an 81-mile-an-hour changeup. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Seppings starts to gain control. One and 2, Seppings with a high set on the mound. Up at the letters. Now fires home. Bouncing ball to short. Charged in by Keelan. Fires across his body, and they beat him by a step at first. Terrific throw from Gavin Keelan. It does move the runner up, but a really good flash of defense there from Oregon State's, from the Louisville number 1.
That was a really nice play by Keelan, moving in quickly because that baseball died on the infield grass, and just a great hustle, all one fluid motion to the throw to get him out at first.
Brings up Henry Godbout, shortstop. Plays his college ball at Virginia out of Brooklyn, New York. 1 for 4 last night with a strikeout against Hyannis. Breaking ball finds the inner third of the zone, taken for 0-1. 2 seasons with the Wahoos, and boy, the improvement, you can clearly see it. Went from hitting .286 his freshman year to .327, in this past spring. 9 home runs with 47 runs batted in. Dancing around at second quarter, pitch to the plate is tapped to the backstop. So now an 0-2 count. Coming to the shortstop, hitting in the 3-hole. Michael Anderson, first baseman. We know him well. We saw him a lot in that first Harwich game. Stands on deck. Another high set from Seppings. Relaxes himself, glances at second, and now steps home. And the pitch is low into the dirt. Backhand pick by Carson Bowen, 1-2. Again, we talked about how, due to a lot of different situations for the time being, Carson Bowen, the only catcher that is going to routinely start, he's certainly played the position pretty darn well and had a couple of hits himself last night. Started to turn the offense on. Couple of glances to second, 1-2, swing and a line drive left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding third is Carter. He is going to hold because it was such a hard hit ball that it was easily played out in left field by Turner. And so now runners on the corners, and now a big RBI opportunity for Michael Anderson.
Well, not the guy you want up, Aiden, with 2 runners on base. We saw Michael Anderson launch a homer last time these two teams met.
Anderson takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Anderson, Ogden, Barth, next 3-2 up in the order. Anderson, third best batting average in the Cape Cod Baseball League here. A 1 to the righty. Low and outside back pick by Carson Bowen, 1-1. Set the NCAA single game high this season. He's in the portal. Swinging strike 85, breaking ball 1-2. That freshman All-American second team is out on Jason Jones for a long swinging strike. The outfield, Turley, LaSalle, Jones left to right. Caraway, Keelan, Martin, Gaffney third to first on the infield. Bowen, the catcher. And Jack Seppings out of Brown on the mound. 1-2, 1 gone in the inning. 2 hits for the Mariners, put runners on the corners. Anderson at the plate, hits one, curling, fair, down the left field line. No, it's going to be whistled foul at the last minute. I'll tell you, that ball looked like it hit in fair, but I suppose it went foul before third.
That had danger written all over it. Laces the ground ball, just misses the right side of the chalk, and boy, that would have scored at least 1, maybe 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count here on Anderson. Awaits with runners in the corners. Checked his swing, he did not go, and off to second without a throw is Henry Godbout. So now that base hit could do even more damage with runners on second and third. You do not want to give up this early lead. Jack Seppings could use a big put-away pitch here. Our home plate umpire is Mickey Garcia. First time we see him this year. Also first time we see Jeff Kinney at third. Swing and a miss. 85-mile-an-hour changeup. And a big blow-by pitch for Seppings. We said he needed a strikeout, and he got one.
Big strikeout against a big hitter, Aiden. Michael Anderson, the guy that's done the most damage in this Mariner order. But now you got to deal with another guy that's done some wicked stuff with the stick. You got 2 runners in scoring position. This could be a huge turning point.
Weather says 68 degrees at first pitch. How about that? Maybe the coolest night we've had to start a game this year. MJ just said, here's the infielder Jake Ogden. UNC Greensboro takes high for ball 1. How about 96 miles an hour from Seppings on the fastball there? One of the faster pitches we've seen a Commodore throw this year. He's the only player at UNCG to start in all 54 games, tied for third on the team with 10 doubles and 8 home runs. And he was a CPL guy last year. Played with the Florence Flamingos. 2-0, 2 on. Low in the dirt. Back pick by Bowen. 3-0. No wind at all. Clear skies. This is a perfect summer night. 3 balls, no strikes, and 2 out. Godbout and Carter both singled to get on, and that pitch settles low for ball 4. So the bases are going to be loaded, but still 2 out, MJ. You got to really bear down here if you're Seppings, get that final out, and kind of wash the rest of this inning.
Yeah, you never like a walk, but a walk there is not the worst thing in the world. Now the bases are loaded, but you have a force in any bag, and I think that helps the middle infielders, especially if the ball comes right to them.
Comes up to Tommy Barth, left fielder out of East Tennessee State. Went from a 289 hitter in his freshman year to 319 this past spring. Increased his home runs from 3 to 6, and 32 RBIs to go along with it. Pitch pegged into the dirt, 1 ball and no strikes, and after 5 consecutive misses, Carson Bowen has gone out to talk to his pitcher.
This is one area where Carson Bowen has really excelled this summer. He's very smart. He's a veteran at TCU. He knows when to call time and have a word with his pitcher, calm him down, and make sure everything is on the same page. And Aiden, we've talked about that's one of the learning curves coming into summer baseball, especially the Cape Cod League, is guys playing pitcher and catcher. Catchers having caught their own guys at school, they know what they throw, they know the signals. Now you're having to use a whole different arsenal of pitches, whole different use of signs. And I think Carson Bowen has really begun to master that.
We talked about a late arriving crowd. They've pretty much arrived here. You'd expect at least 1,500 in attendance tonight, one of the larger crowds we've seen this season, a Friday night here in June, the final Friday of the month. Seppings peers in, bases loaded, 1-0, 2 runners, beg your pardon, 2 batters out already in the inning. Breaking ball misses high and inside, and that's 6 consecutive pitches missed by Seppings. The call, and the count 2-1, Seppings finally able to find the zone. Facing a guy who went from 9 walks his freshman year to 25 this past spring in Tommy Barth. Righty at the plate, pitch, this without any kind of runs early.
This would be a big pitch for Seppings. Would love to get a strikeout on 2 of the better hitters in this order.
2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 out in the inning. Bases are loaded with the Mariners threatening in their first at-bat of the night. Seppings a high set on the mound. Looks, now deals, swing and a miss, but it gets by Bowen. He rushes to the backstop, picks it up, fires down to first. It is away from the first baseman, Gaffney. 2 runs are going to score. That's Carter and Godbout. Hustling down to third is Ogden. And hanging on at first with a very weird RBI. No, the inning came to an end because they did get that third out. They threw him out at third base, but the 2 runs do score. Mickey Garcia letting the scorers know. 2 runs do come in. They come in on 2 hits with no errors. And I suppose 1 runner left on base. The Mariners strike first. Now all but 3 games this season, the Commodores have given up the opener here at Whitehouse Field.
Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
For the best deals in the Cape Cod housing market, visit Diana Lucivero and her team of realtors at Compass. Diana has developed a reputation for above and beyond to exceed her clients' expectations, and she's sure to find you the dream Cape Cod home. Visit Compass and Diana Lucivero at dianalucivero.com. Cape League Baseball is brought to you by 99 Restaurants, Hampton Inn, Baseball Cloud, Cape Cod 5, Franklin Sports, Milton Cat, T-Mobile, Yawkey Foundation, America, Coca-Cola Beverages Northeast, and Del Mar Vacation Rentals.
Welcome back to Whitehouse Field here in Harwich, Mass. Aiden Blank, MJ Newsom, Gabe Perrin on the production. Braden Shank calling another demo. We can announce he's coming on Sunday. He'll make his play-by-play debut. We'll have the call for the Commodores and the Gatemen. First pitch fouled into the glove of the catcher, Heyman. 0-1 on Jason Jones, right fielder, played at Arkansas. Now he's off to play at Oklahoma State next season. He swings and powers one to the right side, but well foul. We're surrounded by trees here in Harwich. Just told you in the commercial break, this is the land of the bugs as soon as the lights come on. One of the biggest fields. If you're going to get bitten by a mosquito, this is probably where it's going to happen. Wareham on Sunday, the other. Swing and a miss. Jones way out in front, 87-mile-an-hour changeup. And LeFew has settled himself down after giving up that leadoff single.
Now batting for Falmouth, center
A
field.
really good pitch
Oklahoma
sequence
State,
by Hayden
number 41,
Lefevue.
Donovan
Mixed
LaSalle.
them up well, mixed up the locations well, really threw Jason Jones off, and it's a really good hitter in this Commodore order that you got down on strikes in 3 pitches.
He's retired 3 in a row, 2 via the strikeout. Another center fielder, LaSalle, another Oklahoma State Cowboy. Takes an inner third strike at the count 0-1. Digs in from the right side. Second pitch coming. He's out in front of it. 86. I'll tell you, nobody has handled the changeups well. Not Harwich, not Falmouth tonight. Both of these pitchers, a steady diet of breaking balls and off-speed pitches, and nobody's been able to make contact. Pitch number 3, check swing, appeal down to first. He did go around, and LaSalle down on strikes in his first appearance of the night.
Now batting for Falmouth,
Well, it's been a struggle as of late for Donovan LaSalle. A lot of strikeouts in his last handful of games, and that one, maybe a questionable one there. Not sure he went all the way around, but our guy at first base, Rick Forrest, has a much better vantage point than we do, but LaSalle looked a little frustrated after that one.
So how about 3 strikeouts in 4 batters for Hayden Lefevue? And now Carson Bowen powers one in the air down the left field line to the third base side. It's going to go foul and bounce out beyond the large screens that surround Whitehouse Field here. Bowen, the catcher, out of the 8 spot. Christian Martin due up in the 9 spot, coming up next with 2 out in the inning here. Bowen again has become the day-to-day catcher at a TCU. Takes an inner third strike 0-2. I'll tell you, the zone is very, very sizable early here. It's going to make these batters swing. Mickey Garcia has given the pitchers the benefit of the doubt. Not there. Fastball overpowered at 97, going to the backstop. Again, Mickey Garcia is at the plate. Rick Force is at first, and Jeff Kinney is at third. Garcia, Kinney, 2 guys we got to know very well last year and making their Commodore debuts this season. Lefevue is set of the mound, belt high, lifts, fires, and he pegs Bowen on the front foot. So a hit by pitch, the second of the day for Lefevue. He's only allowed 3 base runners and 2 have been hit.
Second baseman from Virginia Tech, number 6.
Well, Lefevue had a chance for an immaculate inning in that at-bat. He had already struck out Jason Jones and Donovan LaSalle on 3 pitches, and he let that 0-2 pitch sail high. Might have gotten away from his confidence a little bit, runs one in, and knocks Carson Bowen's front foot.
So with 2 outs, here's Christian Martin, second baseman, looking to start a rally. Takes a strike over the plate, 0-1, 86 miles an hour. Martin trying to spark a rally here for the Commodores. He is the tying run. 2-0 lead for the Mariners here in the top of the second. Lift and a fire, and a pitch just high. Good framing job by Heyman, but not good enough. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 coming. Swings through it at 88. It looked a little faster, but a ball that dips down into the dirt. 1-2. Both of these pitchers have thrown into the low to mid 80s and also hit the high 90s. 1-2 runner takes off. Pitch is high. Throw down, and Bowen is safe at second. Just by a hair, Carson Bowen steals second base. And now a big RBI opportunity. That's Bowen's first of the season.
Well, that's got to feel good for Carson Bowen, stealing on his counterpart.
Deuces are wild. 2-2, 2 out. Lefevue looks in, now checks out Bowen at second, turns and fires home, and a swinging strike from Christian Martin to close out the inning. So once again, the Commodores get a runner in scoring position and can't do anything with it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We're through an inning and a half on a beautiful night here in Harwich. It's 2-0 in favor of the Mariners here on Dores Radio.
In partnership with the Mass State Lottery celebrates.
Over 60 years and 4 generations, the vision of C.H. Newton Builders continues in their family-owned custom home building company with locations across New England. Expertise, customization, and first-class quality are all at the core of every project they complete. With C.H. Newton Builders, it's more than a home, it's a family. Find them at chnewton.com and get started today.
Whether you own a car, home, business, or investment property, you want to keep it secure and protected. Since 1989, our friends at Northeast Metro West Insurance Agency have provided reliable insurance services across the Commonwealth. They offer that personal touch to ensure that your assets are safe and secure. Visit them on the web at neinsure.com or stop in to their Falmouth location at 194 Worcester Court to find a policy that meets your needs.
When you think of summer in Cape Cod, you think of three things: beaches, baseball, and seafood Sam's. Since 1974, Sam's has been a Falmouth tradition, offering the very best in fresh local seafood. With over 100 items on their menu, the whole family can enjoy their award-winning Cape Cod cuisine. Stop by before the game at 356 Palmer Ave and try out the best seafood Sam's has to offer.
Spot in the second for Harwich, the designated hitter.
Welcome back
Georgia,
here
number 34,
at
Ryan.
Whitehouse Field on a Friday night of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Aiden Blank, MJ Newsom, great to be with you here from Whitehouse Field. It is 2-0 in favor of the Mariners. 2 runs on 2 hits, but MJ, it came in a very weird situation at the end of that last inning, and Seppings may not be charged with both of those runs. His first pitch of the second inning is a fastball fired down the middle. 0-1, took a little off it at 88, but a called strike on the leadoff hitter. That's Ryan Black, designated hitter. Takes one off the outside of the plate, 1-1.
Yeah, and you mentioned those runs coming across the plate in the first inning. It kind of feels like Harwich got those runs the same way Katuitt did against Falmouth on Tuesday.
Seppings was not charged for either of those. Still a clean sheet in the earned runs category. Breaking ball tapped off the plate, right side going foul, 1-2. Ryan Black out of Georgia, or at least he's transferring there for the fall. Spent 2 seasons at UT Arlington. Finished 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts last night in a game, again, that the Mariners lost at Hyannis. This is the second consecutive night, or the third consecutive night, I beg your pardon, that the Commodores are facing a team that has come off a loss. The 2 teams that they've beaten, Orleans and then last night Bourne, both came off a loss, and now Harwich coming off a loss as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Leadoff hitter in the inning takes low and out, 2-2. First year with the Mariners for Black. One of 2 players to start all 56 games at UTA this season, hitting .278, 5 home runs, and 41 runs batted in. Swings through a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. And Seppings has his first out of the inning. That's how you want to do it after something that really was out of your control to conclude that last inning. Get strike 3 in the first out here in the second.
Well, don't look now, but Jack Seppings really kind of finding himself on the hill after a rocky start. 2 singles in the first 3 batters, and now he's got 3 strikeouts in the last 4.
Yeah, absolutely. He has struck out 3 of 4, no matter how weird it might look on the scorebook. And so now a familiar face in Luke Heyman, and he powers one to right, shallow right. Christian Martin up and makes the play. We didn't even get to talk about our old comrade, Mr. Luke Heyman.
Now batting for Harwich, the right
Pops
fielder,
out for the
number
second out there.
23, Matt Scannell.
And so Matt Scannell comes up in the 9th spot with 3 in a row retired here, dating back to last inning by Seppings. Fire sign out for ball 1. Heyman for a moment. He played 72 games here this last season. Beg your pardon, 72 plate appearances, 17 games last season. 14 hits, ended up hitting .250. Strike off the plate, 1-1. I do feel like a little bit more than usual. A lot of guys coming to new teams this year, returning to the Cape League, but with different programs, including Jack Seppings on the mound right now. Breaking ball high and out for 2-1. We've seen Seppings throw as hard as 96 tonight, but mostly he's trying to go to the off-speed pitch and hit the outside. 2 balls, a strike, and 2 out. Fires. Swing and a miss. That's at 90. Fastball more than good enough, 2-2. Seppings has such a delayed windup, right? It's a very long, when he's going from the wind, it's a very long wind, and it really has seemingly messed these batters up. The 2-2. High for 3-2. because you just don't know. Sometimes it's coming out like that at 94, and sometimes he'll throw you a breaking ball or a changeup at 86. Can be very, very frustrating if you're a Mariner hitter. 3-2, 2 out. Mariners out to a 2-0 lead. For the first base side of the rubbers, Seppings deals just inside. It popped out of the glove of Bowen, and Seppings issues his second walk of the evening.
Now back for Harwich.
I think if Carson Bowen grabs that, that might be a strike. It looked pretty good. Maybe a little bit inside, like you said, Aiden, but looked like it was at least high enough to be a strike.
Yeah, that's what I had thought. And I thought maybe there was a chance that he'd get the call as well. So now back to the top of the order, Auburn's freshman superstar, Bristol Carter. High called strike, it's 0-1. He's transferring to Auburn after a monster freshman season with East Carolina, second on the team in batting average. What a regional that was. Produced Evansville as the champions. Here's the 0-1, Seppings deals. High, runner takes off, throw down to second is on the money. Bowen gets a terrific throw down to Christian Martin, and it is the final out of the inning with no runs coming, no hits, no errors, and the bases left empty. We're down 2 here at Whitehouse Field. The Commodores down 2, heading to the third here on Dores Radio.
Baseball Cloud is a proud
The best of the West and the beasts of the East. Coming to Falmouth this July, it's the 2024 Cape League All-Star Game, presented by Milton Cat. Come see the stars of tomorrow shine tonight with tickets on sale now at capecodleague.com.
Ace Ticket is proud to be a platinum sponsor of Falmouth Commodores baseball. They specialize in hard-to-find tickets for all types of events. Their secure website provides the ideal solution to all your ticket needs, and their experienced staff is standing by ready to help. Visit aceticket.com to get in the game.
Cape Cod Baseball is brought to you by Take Care Cape Cod, Mass State Lottery, Cape Cod Healthcare, Kinlan Grover Compass, Sullivan Tire, Badger Sports, Cape Destinations, OT Sports, Cape Cod Chamber of Commerce, Highline Cruises, Cape Cod Resort and Spa, Sports Fix.
Welcome back here to Whitehouse Field. The Commodores down 2-0 here on a just absolutely sublime Friday evening. Dores come to the plate here with Gavin Keelan, and he hits one to the right side, stabbed at first by Anderson, who beats him on a race over for the first out. So Keelan is first to bat for his second time, and now he's 1 for 2.
I love the aggressiveness of Gavin Keelan early on. Obviously had a base hit in the third pitch he saw in his first go-around. This time he likes one on the first pitch. Just a better play by Anderson at first.
Third inning of work here for LeFew. Now 2 1/3 in, only 1 hit, no earned runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. Swing and a miss. Luke Gaffney at the plate, an F4 in his first at bat, and he's down 0-1 in his second. It's been a good day so far for LeFew, minus 2 hit by pitches and a single. But he's really kept the damage minimal. Now he's hit a third batter. Gaffney turns away from it, clips him anyway, and he's down to first with a 1-out hit by pitch.
Well, LeFew has really been trying to work inside on a lot of hitters, and of course it has now resulted in 3 batters getting pegged, but LeFew's done a really good job of mixing up his locations. I mentioned he likes to go inside, but that's been keeping the hitters off balance.
Here's Trent Carraway, the first to get hit. His teammate Gavin Turley waiting on deck. First pitch to Carraway, fired high, 1 ball and no strikes at 94 miles an hour. Commodores leaving runners on in the first and the second, 3 total left on over 2 innings. They'd like to try and be a little more efficient with runners on base here. Jackknifes out of the way and catches the low inside corner, 1-1. Most of the infield now covered in shadows. The outfield still bathed in sun. Couple of looks over, LeFew deals with a 1-1 high, 2 balls and a strike. Another ball into the high 90s, 96 on the fastball. Now the fourth pitch of the at-bat, delayed, a check over to first, and Gaffney dives in safely. This crowd truly taking up every corner of this ballpark. Good group of folks on a Friday night. High strike hold at 87, 2-2. Caraway trying to reach for the second time. 2-2, runner on, one out, another check to first. Well, LeFew knows that these Commodores can steal bases. They've already done it once on him. He knows the scouting report that this team can be aggressive on the base paths. And he has certainly at least done his best to keep those runners in check at first. The pitch coming is dribbled foul left side. And Turley on deck, 2-2 count, one out in the inning. Runner on first. Dores trying to cut down on a 2-0 Harwich lead. LeFew deals. Breaking ball inside, 79. Slowest pitch he's thrown tonight. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Huge payoff, and he's got the runner dead to rights. Gaffney takes off. The throw down to second is in time. 2 pickoff attempts in that at bat, and the third one finally does the job. And now 2 down in the inning, and LeFew a strike away from getting out of it, facing the minimum. Turns his attention to Caraway. Now deals. Swing and a miss. And that could not have gone any worse for the Commodore offense. Picked off at first, and then a strikeout to end the inning. And LeFew once again facing the minimum. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. 2.5 in the books, and the Dores not doing so hot with the bats. However, Jack Sepping's working into a nice little stretch on the mound. We'll go to the last of the third. Coming up here on Dores Radio.
Axis Bat.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
Authentic Cape Cod dining is right around the corner at Jim's Clam Shack. Open seasonally for over 50 years, Jim's features oceanfront views with all the lobster, shrimp, burgers, and clams you can ask for. Stop by for a pregame meal or enjoy an off day at Jim's Clam Shack. Find them at 227 Clinton Ave right here in Falmouth, and hit your next meal out of the park.
With over 40 years in the business, Hydro Seeding by Norman has tackled every challenge imaginable, from residential homes to baseball fields and even Logan Airport. Norman and his team put an emphasis on quality and budget-friendly solutions delivered by a true professional. Head to hydroseedingexpert.com for your next seeding solution.
Welcome back. It is the bottom of the third inning here at Whitehouse Field. Top of the order due up for the Mariners. Bristol Carter was up in that last inning. He'll get a second at bat here. Then Cade Kurland and Henry Godbout, 1, 2, and 3, coming up for a second time against Seppings. First pitch from him. Fouled away to the backstop off the inside of the bat at 95, 0-1. Aiden Blank, MJ Newsom, our entire Commodore media crew here with you. Again, 2 of the next 3 on the road, including tonight, but overall, it's a nice little stretch of 5 of 8 since that last off day. At Go Fuller Field, you really need to win, and so far they are 2-0 since that off day in home games. Lifting an 0-1. Swing and a miss. 85 dips down into the bottom of the zone. It's 0-2. Carter has single scored the first run of this game in the first inning. 0-2. Another cut and miss. Oh, that comes in at 87. And
Now batting for Harwich, the second baseman. from
Jack
Florida,
Sepping
number
setting
11,
down Carter. The first batter he sees a second time.
Well, since he gave up the 2 singles in the top of the first, it's been pretty rock solid since. Just a couple of walks, but 4 strikeouts in that mix.
Brings up Cade Curlin, second baseman out of Florida. 6-3 ground out, now taps one off the plate, 0-1. Seppings rubs the baseball on the mound. Now deals 97, a high strike 0-2. He's really done a better job with his command recently. He's walked 2 batters in this game, but overall he's mostly found the zone pretty easily. 0-2, 1 out. Seppings a lift and a fire. High, overpowered at 94, 1-2. Now deals low at 96, 1-2. Two and two, 1 out, deals. Swinging strike 3. Seppings with back-to-back strikeouts here in the inning. Goes down as his 3rd and 4th of the game.
From Virginia, number 5.
And outside that 2-run first, which you hope can get erased by the offense, boy, has he looked really good.
It's been really nice bounce-back stuff from Jack Seppings, and I really feel like the theme this summer from the starters has been good stuff for the beginning, gets away from him, things turning the corner.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Bowen tracking and makes the catch. No, it popped out of his glove. Retrieved by Seppings. Throw down to second is not in time. It's going to have to go down as an E2 as Henry Godbout hustles around the bases. And that is the second Commodore error of the night. In those 2 wins, MJ, they have played very clean baseball, and you'd like to see that continue.
Aiden, I think that really should have been Trent Carraway's baseball. He crawled in really quickly. Carson Bowen looked a little hesitant, as did Carraway, to go get that fly ball. I think Carraway's got a better beat on it moving forward, especially not with any gear on. Bowen's got to pop out of his crouch, throw his mask, do all that dirty work, while Carraway's just got to float in and retrieve the baseball.
They are going to call it a fielding error on Bowen. Godbout gets to second. So potentially, if he were to score an unearned run, allowed by Seppings, who's gone 2 2/3, 2 hits, 2 runs, none of them earned, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Still trying to get that 3rd out, looks at second, now fires. In for strike 1, 0-1. And again, this goes to the theme of making him get extra outs. You know, you'd like to see Seppings maybe become the first Commodore starter this season and go 5 full, but he's not going to be able to do that if you can't make things easy on him. 0-1, deals. Finds the zone for strike 2. Godbout walks around at second base. Nobody really holding him on. All the focus at the plate on the first baseman, Michael Anderson. 0-1 with a strikeout. Hits one on the ground, struck to second, picked up by Martin, and it's a 4-3 putout to conclude the inning. The first truly clean inning of the day for Seppings. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. 3 full down, a third of the way home, and it's 2-0 in favor of the Mariners here on Dores Radio.
Shipwrecked Falmouth is a premier beachside restaurant and bar located at Falmouth Heights Beach here in beautiful Cape Cod. Open year-round for indoor and outdoor dining, Shipwrecked features classic New England summer options with some interesting twists. Try crab cakes, fish and chips, pizza, and even sushi. Stop in at 263 Grand Ave for your modern dining experience. The best of the West and the beasts of the East. Coming to Falmouth this July, it's the 2024 Cape League All-Star Game, presented by Milton Cap. Come see the stars of tomorrow shine tonight with tickets on sale now at capecodleague.com.
Welcome back. It is the top of the fourth inning, the second third of this ball game here from Harwich, Massachusetts, and the Mariners a 2-0 lead thanks to 2 unearned runs in the first inning. They've been either just early or just late on that have really been good pieces of hitting, but not enough. 0-2, nobody out. Dylan Carey waits on deck. And the pitch caught on and missed. Turley 0 for 2 to start his Commodore tenure in 2024 with a pair of swinging strikeouts. I'll tell you, they need to get LeFew out of this game because he's become a serious problem for Commodore bats.
Now 10 combined strikeouts across the 2 starters. A lot of swing and misses early on here at Harwich.
Certainly was not like that last night. Falmouth ended the game with 4 runs on 10 hits. Ball low into the dirt, 1-0. We're a third of the way through so far. They have no runs on 1 hit, and they've committed 2 errors. Ball just misses on the inner part of the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. Dores played errorless baseball in both of those wins at Gulf Field against Orleans and against Bourne. Powers one off the inside of the bat. Right side, drifting onto the edge of the infield dirt is the first baseman Anderson. It's an F3 as he makes the grab for out number 2.
Now batting for Falmouth, the right fielder from Oklahoma State, number 5. Jason
A lot of baseballs in the air when the contact has been made. Just 1 ground ball. A lot of the other baseballs in the air. A lot of flyouts, a lot of strikeouts.
Commodores committed 3 errors in their first game off the off day at Cotuit. Since then, errorless baseball for 18 straight innings. Hit to the right side, stabbed at first by Anderson, and he runs it over for the final out of the inning. It is a G3, and 0 for 3 go the Dores here in the fourth 1-2-3 inning on the mound for LeFew. 3 1/3 down, 2-0 Harwich here on Dores Radio.
For the best deals in the Cape Cod housing market, visit Diana Lucivero and her team of realtors at Compass. Diana has developed a reputation for routinely going above and beyond to exceed her clients' expectations, and she's sure to find you your dream Cape Cod home. Visit Compass and Diana Lucivero at dianalucivero.com.
Cape Cod Baseball is brought to you by Take Care Cape Cod, Mass State Lottery, Cape Cod Healthcare, Kinlan Grover Compass, Sullivan Tire, Badger Sports, Cape Destinations, OT Sports, Cape Cod Chamber of Commerce, Highline Cruises, Cape Cod Resort and Spa, Sports Picks, Axis Bat, Hyannis Area Chamber of Commerce, Sunderland Printing, and Bluebird Hotels. And of course, thank you to Major League Baseball for over 50 years of support.
Just now it's the hero of the game here in Harwich as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's Red Shirt Friday. We had the Red Shirt Friday home game last week, and it was certainly one of the great traditions in the Cape Cod Baseball League, is continued for a number of years. The Cape League All-Stars will shine once again on July 27th at Gulf Field for the 2024 Cape League All-Star Game. Don't miss an action-packed day of All-Star Day festivities. Buy your tickets today at CapeCodBaseballStore.org. Once again, Harwich had the All-Star game last season, have turned the hosting duties over to us and the wonderful folks at Gov Fuller Field. And that game a month from yesterday, July 27th. Will be basically an all-day affair. The festivities open around 3-ish. Usually have autograph signings. Then you get to see infield, outfield. You'll see a home run derby. And then, of course, the All-Star game goes on at 7. Mariners come to the plate with the bottom half of their order, Ogden, Barth, and Block. Or rather, Black. Ogden, the first batter, walked in his first and hits one softly through the left side. It bounces through for a base hit. And the third baseman, Jake Ogden, has a base hit to start the bottom of the 4th inning for the Mariners.
Really pretty swing from Jake Ogden. Keeps the barrel on plane right through the zone, and that's going to result in a lot of success more times than not.
Barth struck out to end the first, though he technically reached. That very weird sequence that is responsible for both the Mariner runs so far. Sepping's a runner on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. High set, deals, breaking ball inside, stopped by Bowen. It's a called strike. It's 0-1. Carson needed his second to find it. He does. And prevents the advancement of Ogden on first. Another high set. Stares down the batter, fires home, check swing high and out, 93-1-1. Tommy Barth, the outfielder out of East Tennessee State, led ETSU in batting on base percentage, walks, hits, and triples as a freshman. Now swings through a high changeup at 83, and the count goes to 1-1. Quiet crowd, but they're certainly here. They'd love to see some offense from their Mariners here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-2 is low, pegged in the dirt. Good stop by Bowen, 2-2. He's out of Brecksville, Ohio. Played at Brecksville, Broadway Heights. Now swings again and can't catch up to the high changeup, and Jack Seppings earns another strikeout. That's his 5th. The command from the Brown Ace has really been terrific tonight.
Number 34, Ryan Black.
And if he didn't have those unearned runs in the first, we're scoreless.
Talk about unearned runs, Aiden. He's given up 6 runs now this summer, all 6 unearned.
Check over to first, a dive back in time for Jake Ogden. His Black stands in. Strikeouts tonight of Barth, Carter, Kurland, Anderson, and Barth again. Swinging strike 0-1. Lefty stands back in. Waggles that brown bat behind his shoulder. Runner takes off, and the pitch fouled off the inside of the bat. It's 0-2. A scoreboard watch. Orleans trying to break another big losing streak. They lead 4-2 on Brewster in the bottom of the 8th. 8-2 YD over Chatham, end of 8. 3-3 Bourne and Cotuit at bottom 5. And 6-3 Hyannis over Wareham, end of the 3rd at Spillane Field. First Cape League power rankings came out. Wareham was 1. They're losing tonight. YD up by 6. They were number 2. Check back to first. Head first dive from Ogden. And he's in safely. Falmouth not included. Harwich was the last team included at number 5. Cotuit was 3rd. 0-2, 1 out. Lefty at the plate. Takes high and out for ball 1. And the count 1-2. Could make an argument that Falmouth is 8th in the league right now. You would assume Orleans is 10th. Falmouth either in the 8 or the 9 spot with Bourne. 93 miles an hour, fastball high and out, 2-2. This crowd's starting to get a little bit further into it. enjoying themselves on a just picture-perfect Friday night. Here's the 2-2. Low and outside, gloved by Bowen, and the count runs full. This is going to be a big full count here. Sepping's ready for a payoff. He's allowed 2 runs, neither of them earned. Runner on first is an earned run if he scores. 3-2, fouled and slicing off the glove of Bowen. It gets to the backstop. There's really no concentrated section of fans here. Both of the grandstands highly filled. Bleachers behind home plate and down the first base line filled. There's even a peppering of folks around the outfield fence. Unlike some of these other fields, including Falmouth, where you start to get a concentration of fans in the bleachers or something, that's not here. 3-2. Chopped on the ground over the head of Seppings. Fielded at second. Martin tags the runner, throws to first. In-time double play. Christian Martin turns 2 by himself and concludes the inning as we go to the top of the 5th. 4 down here from Harwich. It's the Mariners 2 and the Commodores nothing here on Dores Radio.
Cape League Baseball is brought to you by 99 Restaurants, Hampton Inn, Baseball Cloud, Cape Cod 5, Franklin Sports, Milton Cat, T-Mobile, Yawkey Foundation, Netting Pros, Mosquito Joe of Plymouth Cape Cod, Nantucket Nectars, Veolia North America, Coca-Cola Beverages Northeast, and Del Mar Vacation Rentals.
Hey, this is Joe Castiglione of the Boston Red Sox. Stay tuned for more Commodores baseball.
Donovan LaSalle first to hit in the top of the 5th, rather. And he pops one up behind our heads. It's heading foul. And it bounces into the grass behind us. And so LaSalle starts himself with an 0-1 count. Aiden and MJ here with you from Harwich, Massachusetts. First of 2 trips this season will make to B.F.C. Whitehouse Field. Of course, if we were to come back more than that, it'd be a championship. Low strike, taken 0-2. Lights have just popped on. As far as I know, the only field in the league with LED lights, totally illuminating as LaSalle swings through for strike 3.
It's really just been a tough time at the plate, for Donovan LaSalle. A lot of swings and misses, but he's a guy that really broke out early in the summer, and we expect him to be right back on track sometime soon.
And the good news is, for Commodore hitting, who only has 1 hit so far, that Hayden Lefew may be done after this inning. It is very rare to see a Cape Leaguer go beyond the 5th in a start. Low and outside, backhand stop by Heyman, 1-0 to Carson Bowen. It'd be even rarer to see him go past the 6th. So either this inning or next, he's probably done. Pitch is high, 2 balls and no strikes. He's also someone that goes to a major powerhouse program. He's on a strict pitch limit, you'd imagine. the 2-0. Called strike, enter third and high, 2-1. And so you'd expect his day done pretty soon, and then you try to just hit. Fastball powered up top, 3-1. And then it just becomes a question of, can you hit the Mariner bullpen? You did last time. You have to do it again. 3-1 inside, and it hit Mr. Bowen, who jogs on down to first base. A couple of guys starting their warm-up procedures. No formal action in the Mariner bullpen, which, much like the Commodore bullpen, is out in the open here. Bowen on to start the inning with a hit by pitch.
Well, Hayden Lefevue must have something against Carson Bowen. That's the second time he's hit him today.
Yeah, an oddity, 4 batters hit. You mentioned he's trying to work these guys inside a little bit. 94-mile-an-hour fastball catches the inside corner on Christian Martin. It's 0-1. Middle infield back to double play depth. Anderson holds the runner on at first. 0-1. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, and the ball fired high. 1-1. That sun has now receded and basically is only in a small pocket in right center field. It illuminates the Whitehouse Field scoreboard, but most of this field covered in shadows. At 7:38 on a Friday night. This one is hit hard down the line and pulled foul. Oh man, that was a really good piece of hitting by Christian Martin. It certainly sounded good off the bat, but it goes foul, and the count is going to hold at 1-2. Martin, the second baseman out of Virginia Tech. Runner on first base for the Dores here in the top of the 5th. Checks his swing, ball into the dirt, and he held up. He gets the friendly call there from our plate umpire. Mickey Garcia gives him the call. Now 2-2, 1 out. Runner on for him. Hits it on the ground to second. Fielded by Curlin. Flips for second for 1. And Godbout cannot turn the double play. Just a bit late. And it goes down as a fielder's choice. Dores able to keep themselves in the inning. Now runner on first and 2 out.
From Louisville, number 3, Gavin Kylan.
Well, it seems like every time the Commodores have a chance to really have a good offensive inning, it gets ruined either by a strikeout or a ground ball up the middle that gets the lead runner out. And that's another example. Gavin Keelan, though, hoping to keep the inning alive, had a single back in the first.
Keelan is single and a ground out. Lefty swinger from Louisville. Pops it in the air, left side, curling foul. Ogden, Barth racing into foul ground. It is Ogden who makes the catch, turned around just in front of the Harwich bullpen, and that is the final out of the inning. No runs for the Dores on no hits, no errors, and 1 runner is left aboard. We've finished 4.5. MJ has the play-by-play when we return here on Dores Radio.
When you think of summer in Cape Cod, you think of 3 things: beaches, baseball, and seafood Sam's. Since 1974, Sam's has been a Falmouth tradition, offering the very best in fresh local seafood. With over 100 items on their menu, the whole family can enjoy their award-winning Cape Cod cuisine. Stop by before the game at 356 Palmer Ave and try out the best Seafood Sam's has to offer.
Authentic Cape Cod dining is right around the corner at Jim's Clam Shack. Open seasonally for over 50 years, Jim's features oceanfront views with all the lobster, shrimp, burgers, and clams you can ask for. Stop by for a pregame meal or enjoy an off day at Jim's Clam Shack. Find them at 227 Clinton Ave right here in Falmouth, and hit your next meal out of the park.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
Get social with the Commodores. Join the always growing network of Dores fans on Instagram, X, Facebook, and more. Follow, watch, like, and share with the Dores all summer long. And sharing the bottom of the fifth and on with us on the play-by-play microphone, my partner, MJ Newsom. MJ?
Thank you, Ed. We are here in the home half of the fifth. 2-0 the Harwich Mariners over the Falmouth Commodores here at Whitehouse Field. 8-9-1 due up. We begin with the right-handed hitting catcher Luke Heyman to face Jack Steppings, who has 6 strikeouts through the first 4 innings. Heyman, the tall catcher, stands tall in the right-handed batter's box. First pitch from Steppings. Heyman rips it down the left field line, curling away from the chalk, and it ricochets on the left field fence that goes down the left field line and foul.
Yeah, boy, that thing looked off the bat before it started to tail off left side like that thing was gone, but man, there's some power in that bat, and doesn't Jeff Trundy know it?
Maybe the hardest hit ball we've seen today. The 6'4 catcher Heyman takes the back of the box, taps his gray bat on the plate once, and gets ready. 0-1. Heyman swings, clobbers it deep into center field. Donovan LaSalle races back just in front of the 400 sign, puts his glove up and gobbles the first out of the inning. Some loud contact on the swing of Luke Heyman. Not deep enough, though, a deep park here at Whitehouse Field.
I think might have been gone at the glove, not going to lie. And I'm sure Heyman's thinking that right now. Man, I hit that in Falmouth. It might be out.
400, one of the deepest center fields in the Cape Cod Baseball League. And the next batter in the 9-hole, Matt Scannell. The lefty right fielder digs in. Out of the windup, Steppings deals the first pitch. Fastball below the knees, a ball and no strikes. 2-0 the count. The score, I should say, here in the bottom of the fifth in favor of Harwich. 1 out, nobody on base. Steppings winds and fires, 1-0. Breaking ball misses low. 2 balls and no strikes to Scannell, who walked in his first at-bat back in the second and was gunned out trying to steal the second base bag. Steppings shakes off one pitch, black glove in front of his face to his belt in the windup. 2-0. Scannell spills it on the ground right side. Christian Martin vacuums it up between his legs, throws to first, and there's 2 gone. Two batters, 2 retired. The lineup flips over to the top to the center fielder, Bristol Carter. Harwich on top, 2-0. Here against the Falmouth Commodores, the second time these two teams have met. The first time was this past Sunday. Harwich got the win at Gov Fuller Field. The righty Carter digs into the box. First pitch. Breaking ball misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Bristol Carter, who singled and scored in the first, struck out the second time around in the third. Carter, middle of the box. Gloves by his right ear hole. 1-0. Breaking ball bounces in front of home plate, scoots away from Carson Bowen. 2 balls, no strikes. Luckily, nobody on base. No harm done on the base paths here in the home half of the fifth. Harwich on the high side, 2-0.
MJ, from what I can tell, this is the first time that a Falmouth starter has gone into the 5th inning. Again, they've really separated it into thirds for the most part. Starters don't go more than 3 or 4. I believe Steppings is the first to throw a pitch in the 5th inning this year.
Steppings takes the hill to 2-0. Fastball up and in. Swinging bat of Carter cannot catch up with it. 2 balls and a strike. I mentioned Steppings 6 strikeouts so far through 4 2/3. Looking to possibly add 1 more before finishing the 5th. 2 balls, 1 strike the count on Bristol Carter. The pitch. Fastball runs inside. Carter leans out of the way of it in the right-handed batter's box. Hitters count 3 balls and 1 strike. Carter just finished a huge freshman season at ECU, hitting .346. It is headed to the SEC with the Auburn Tigers. 3-1. Carter takes a look at an outside fastball, tosses his black bat towards the third base dugout. It's a base on balls with 2 away.
Now batting for Harwich, the second baseman from Florida.
First run of the inning reaches in Bristol Carter. His Harwich Mariners still on the high side, 2-0 against the Commodores. And with 2 away, here's another Florida Gator in Cade Curlin, the second baseman. Righty peers to his third base coach, gets the sign, looks at his black bat, takes a deep breath, adjusts his red helmet, wide stance into the box. Bat angles down towards the dirt. Steppings works out of the stretch on the first base side of the rubber. Kicks and deals, runner goes in the first pitch, ball catches the outside part of the zone. Carson Browen throws down to second, not in time. A feet first slide into the second base bag from Bristol Carter, and there's a runner in scoring position with 2 away. Cade Curlin playing in his first game in the Cape Cod Baseball League this summer. He's 0 for 2 thus far, a ground out and a strikeout. Curlin digs into the back of the box. Rests his black bat on his right shoulder, now lifts it as Seppings gets set. Black glove underneath the chin, another steal to third. Straight steal, no throw, no slide as the pitch misses upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike, and Bristol Carter back-to-back pitches, back-to-back bases stolen. Now he's 90 feet away, represents the 3rd run of the game for Harwich. The Mariners lead 2-0 against Falmouth here in the home half of the 5th. Ball and a strike that counts even to Cade Curlin, the second baseman. Righty swinger into the windup. Seppings deals. High-level fastball misses. 2 balls and 1 strike. Cade Curlin in his first season with Harwich. Mentioned this is his first game coming off a 245 season with Florida. 2-1. Curlin fans through a fastball in the outer half. Level count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Mariners on top, 2-0 against the Commodores. The 3rd run of the game stands 90 feet away. The former Bristol Carter who walked and stole 2 bases in 2 pitches. Seppings shakes 1, nods to the second. Black glove in front of his face to the belt. 2-2. Wind up, breaking ball. Swinging bat of Curlin does not catch up with it. Jack Seppings saves the run on third, picks up his 7th strikeout as we end the 5th. Harwich remains on top 2-0 here at Whitehouse Field. Commodores bats looking to get things going. Just 1 hit through 5 here on Dores Radio.
Water, waste, and energy management services, including water.
With over 40 years in the business, Hydro Seeding by Norman has tackled every challenge imaginable, from residential homes to baseball fields and even Logan Airport. Norman and his team put an emphasis on quality and budget-friendly solutions delivered by a true professional. Head to hydroseedingexpert.com for your next seeding solution.
The best of the West and the beasts of the East. Coming to Falmouth this July, it's the 2024 Cape League All-Star Game, presented by Milton Cap. Come see the stars of tomorrow shine tonight with tickets on sale now at capecodleague.com.
For the best deals in the Cape Cod housing market, visit Diana Lucivero and her team of realtors at Compass. Diana has developed a reputation for routinely going above and beyond to exceed her clients' expectations, and she's sure to find you your dream Cape Cod home. Visit Compass and Diana Lucivero at dianalucivero.com.
Commodore fans, make sure to like and subscribe to the Falmouth Commodores YouTube page. Don't miss live game broadcasts of all 40 Dores games this summer, as well as other great features, segments, and interviews. Stay up to date by subscribing to the Falmouth Commodores YouTube channel today. We welcome you back here on Dores Radio. MJ Newsom alongside Aiden Blank. Harwich leads 2-0 here on the top of the 6th. Luke Gaffney, the first batter, and he swings and pops it up foul behind home plate. No balls and 1 strike. Hayden Lefew, the southpaw out of Wake Forest, back on the hill, in for his 6th inning of work. Already has 5 strikeouts, no runs, just 1 hit for the Dores. Gaffney, a wide stance in the right-handed batter's box. 0-1. Swings and rolls it foul. No balls and 2 strikes. Gaffney, a stroll to the left-handed batter's box, back across the plate. Steps out of the right-handed batter's box, readjusts the Velcro on his maroon batting gloves and gets back in. No balls, 2 strikes, Lefew. And to wind up the pitch, check swing of the plate from Gaffney. Appeal down to first base, no. The breaking ball curled inside at the knees of the new Clemson Tiger. Luke Gaffney announced his transfer commitment a couple of days ago. Was the Big Ten Freshman of the Year with Purdue this past spring. 1-2. Fastball sails above Gaffney's black hat. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
First final of the night, YD 8 and Chatham 2. Another big win for the Red Sox. Now 9-3 on the season. Chatham drops to 5-7.
2-2. Gaffney chops it on the ground, left side, hustling in is the third baseman. Ogden looks to bare hand, bounces off his heel. And Gaffney sprints through the first base bag, no throw. He gets credited with an infield single.
Now batting for Falmouth, the third baseman from Oregon State, number 22.
That is only the second hit of the day, MJ. You need to use these free bases. He's going to hit some batters. He's going to give up a couple hits. You have to use these to your advantage because he's now in his 6th inning of work. No signs of slowing down anytime soon. You need to get some runs here on Hayden Lefew, and there is some action, as I say that, in the Harwich bullpen.
Lead base runner on. Next batter, Trent Caraway. And the right-handed bat takes a neck-level fastball upstairs for ball 1. Harwich still on the high side, 2-0. Here at the top of the 6th, Luke Gaffney, the first base runner on. Nobody else. Lefty works out of the stretch. The southpaw tan glove at his belt. Kicks and deals. 1-0 fastball sails outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Caraway an 0 for 1 day thus far, hit by a pitch and a strikeout. Takes the back of the batter's box, wiggles the tan bat above his right shoulder. Left view, checks over at first base. Gaffney back in without a dive. Caraway's Oregon State teammate and Oregon State roommate, Gavin Turley, on deck. Turley in his first game with the Falmouth Commodores this summer. Left view readies on the hill, out of the stretch, 2-0. Changeup misses upstairs. 3 balls and no strikes to Trent Caraway.
And he started to lose a little bit of control. You're going to need to capitalize on this before they make a pitching change.
Caraway twirls his bat out, gets set as left view gets ready. A look to first, now the pitch home, 3-0. Fastball misses outside. A 4-pitch walk to Trent Caraway puts 2 base runners on with nobody out here in the top of the 6th. And out of the dugout comes the Harwich pitching coach. Maybe a substitution coming, maybe just a conversation with Lefeview, who has been marvelous today. 5 strikeouts through his first 5+ innings of work, just 2 hits. One of those was to Luke Gaffney, who's on second base now. The other came to the first batter, Gavin Keelan, in the top of the first. It has been lights out for Lefeview since, and looks like Lefeview will remain in the baseball game. No call to the bullpen, just a conversation with Lefeview, Heyman, the catcher, and the Harwich pitching coach.
And that's the perfect time to do it. You buy your reliever in the bullpen a little bit more time and also try and settle him down. Lefeview is in line for more than a win if he can get through this inning here with the lead. You don't want this tremendous outing he's put together today to be ruined by a couple of bad at-bats. But you also need to be very careful because Gavin Turley has struck out twice. You're not going to strike him out a third time if he has anything to say about it.
Here's the right-handed stick, Turley, playing in left field tonight in his first start with the Commodores this summer. Dangling left arm and left view on the hill, meets the glove at his belt. Looks back to Gaffney at second, the pitch home, and the first pitch sails upstairs. A ball and no strikes, now 5 straight balls out of the left arm of Hayden Lefeview, the Wake Forest Demon Deacon. Turley drags his black bat across the plate. Tall stance in the right-handed batter's box, 1-0. Fastball letter high, 2 balls, no strikes to Turley. Couple of strikeouts for Gavin so far in his first game. Had a solid round of batting practice. Looks to translate that here at the plate in his third go-around. 2 balls, no strikes. Couple looks back to Gaffney at second. Lefeview comes home and blows a fastball by the swinging stick of Turley. 2 balls and 1 strike. Mariners ahead 2-0 on the Commodores here at Whitehouse Field. On the top of the 6th, 2 runners on, first and second, nobody out. Turley at the dish, 2-1. Fastball right down the pipe. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And in the bullpen, that's Colton Shaw, a right-handed pitcher.
Lefty on the hill, righty in the pen. Might be seeing a change of the arm side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lefeview deals. Turley spits on an outside changeup. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes, and an important pitch coming up for Hayden Lefeview. Has allowed the first 2 base runners of the inning to reach Gaffney with an infield single. Caraway with a walk behind him. Now another Oregon State Beaver, Gavin Turley at the dish.
Beg your pardon, that's Colton Shaw from Yale.
3-2 inside, and the umpire rings him up. Gavin Turley began taking off his shin guard. Was going to get ready to head down to first base, and Mickey Garcia had different plans. Gavin Turley, 3 strikeouts tonight, the first one looking.
Yeah, that's not the way you wanted to start your second season in Falmouth. The hope is he'll be here for the whole season, though, so you'd expect a lot more from him. And this may be it, has to be it. And you're going to Colton Shaw. Pretty good arm out of Yale coming in.
Hayden Leftview's day is complete. We'll talk about Colton Shaw here on the backside of this break. We'll pause for about 30 seconds to a minute. Be back with you here on Dores Radio.
Premier beachside restaurant and bar located at Falmouth Heights Beach here in beautiful Cape Cod. Open year-round for indoor and outdoor dining, Shipwrecked features classic New England summer options with some interesting twists. Try crab cakes, fish and chips, pizza, and even sushi. Stop in at 263 Grand Ave for your modern dining experience.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers. which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
At Lawrence Lynch, we build and improve infrastructure that connects people and transforms our communities for the better. We strive to be an industry leader in civil construction by empowering our talented employees, respecting our supply chain relationships, and exceeding expectations in our service to our customers. There's no place quite like Lawrence Lynch. Visit us on the web at lawrencelynch.com or get in touch at 508-548-1800.
The 23rd induction class of the Cape League Hall of Fame is set, featuring the likes of Andrew Calica, Pat Neshek, Nick Senzel, Brick Smith, and Todd Helton, as well as Falmouth's own Todd Cunningham and Jeff Trundy. The ceremony is November 17th at 9 a.m. The Wequassett Inn, located in Harwich, right here. Buy your tickets today by visiting CapeCodLeague.com. Don't miss your chance to witness Cape League history. And the day is done for Hayden Lefew. He can still get the win if things go his way. And in out of the bullpen comes Colton Shaw, a right-handed pitcher out of Yale who threw 67 2/3 innings this spring, MJ. He was very, very strong, only walked 33 in those and allowed 32 earned runs. So the pitching does not get any better. If you're the Commodores, you're not going to see, a big drop-off here. They're going to clearly their number one reliever in the bullpen to start things off and try to protect this lead.
Shaw enters the game in relief of Lefew. He inherits two runners on, first and second, and faces the righty Dylan Carey. Out of the stretch, the first pitch. Carey pops it up high. It curls out of play on the first base side. No balls and one strike, the count to Dylan Carey, who had 4 hits last night. It's a big reason why the Commodores got the second win in a row at the Gov. A 2 RBI single in the 7th. So far today, though, Dylan Carey 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. 2-0 Harwich leads, 1 out here at the top of the 6th. Next pitch to Carey. He pops it out of play again. Same spot on the first base side. No balls and 2 strikes. Luke Gaffney got the inning going with an infield single. He leads off second. Trent Caraway walked behind him. He leads off first. And then Gavin Turley struck out looking at a full count pitch and ended Hayden Lefew's evening. No balls, 2 strikes to Carey. Here's the pitch. Fastball sails upstairs. A ball and 2 strikes now to the Nebraska third baseman, hitting in the DH spot tonight.
And remember, even though he's 0 for 2 today, he had 4 hits yesterday. I'm sure the Mariners had that in the scouting report. They want to be extra cautious with how they approach him right here. You make a mistake, he'll make you pay.
Ready cleats take the right-handed batter's box. 1-2, change up down low, and Carey fans through it. Nice job by Luke Heyman to keep things in front. And that's 2 out in the inning. The first strikeout for Colton Shaw in the first batter he faces.
Back-to-back strikeouts here for the Dores with the tying runs on base. You really don't want to go here empty-handed. You at least need a run here.
Jason Jones, a run producer, digs into the box. And now Oklahoma State commit, previously 2 seasons at Arkansas. First pitch to the righty. He spits on an outside breaking ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Jason Jones, an 0 for 2 day today. A strikeout and a ground out to the first baseman. 1-0. Jones fouls it off on the inside, rolls it to the backstop. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count level.
Riley Stanford up in the Commodore bullpen. See if he comes in this next inning or if they maybe allow Seppings to try a 6th.
Shaw toes the rubber. Middle of the mound. Gaffney dances off second. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. Jones rolls it on the ground with a short stop. Henry Goudbout flips it. Underhand to Cade Curlin covering at second. A force ends the inning. And the Commodores' run threat proves to be nothing. Gaffney on second. Caraway on first with nobody out. And the Commodores empty-handed. 2-0. After the top of the 6th, we head to the home side after this break on Dores Radio.
When you think of summer in Cape Cod, you think of 3 things: beaches, baseball, and seafood Sam's. Since 1974, Sam's has been a Falmouth tradition, offering the very best in fresh local seafood. With over 100 items on their menu, the whole family can enjoy their award-winning Cape Cod cuisine. Stop by before the game at 356 Palmer Ave and try out the best Seafood Sam's has to offer.
Over 60 years and 4 generations, the vision of C.H. Newton Builders continues in their family-owned custom home building company with locations across New England. Expertise, customization, and first-class quality are all at the core of every project they complete. With C.H. Newton Builders, it's more than a home, it's a family. Find them at chnewton.com and get started today.
Operating a business on Martha's Vineyard can be challenging. The weather, the local economy, and our sensitive environment can all play a role. We support island businesses that know the value of making good, responsible, local decisions. From checking to savings to online banking, business and residential loans. Go with the bank that makes its decisions locally too. Martha's Vineyard Savings Bank. Banking that's vineyard sound.
Bottom of the 6th here at Whitehouse Field. The Harwich Mariners on the high side, 2-0 against the Falmouth Commodores. And the starter, Jack Sepping's day is complete. Boy, he had a good one. 7 strikeouts, just 2 runs on 3 hits. Both those runs not earned. Came on an error in the first inning, and he turns it over to his right-handed partner, Riley Stanford, in it for his 5th game of the season, has an 0-2 record, a 7.50 ERA across 6 innings pitched. And he faces 3-4-5 to get things going, and he begins with the righty shortstop, Henry Gadbout.
Yeah, and Riley's kind of just been up and down, right? He's had some very good days. He's had some very bad days. Hopefully he's prepared coming in here, knowing there's very little room for error with the way that you've hit today. Only two on the game. You need to make sure that this lead gets held.
Stanford begins out of the stretch, deals his first pitch, and the fastball sails wide. 1 ball and no strikes to Henry Godbout. 1-for-4 game last night at Hyannis. The 6'2 Brooklyn native stands tall in the right-handed batter's box. Very relaxed looking stance. 1-0. Fastball pours in the heart of the zone for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Godbout just 9 plate appearances coming in to the game today. Was 2 for 9. Good for a .222 average. Has reached base twice on an error and a single. 1-1. Godbout nearly pulls the trigger. Stanford finds the outer third. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stanford quickly back on the hill. Wipes some sweat off his nose, and the glove meets his baseball at his belt. 1-2. Godbout fans through it upstairs. Fastball. Riley Stanford with a grunt picks up his first strikeout.
We said there's good days with him and there's bad days. Hopefully this turns into one of the good days. That's certainly a very good start. And when he's on, MJ, he's really been a strong reliever with the ability to go multiple innings out of the bullpen. That's what you love to see out of him right now.
1 away, the 6'3 slugger Michael Anderson into the back of the right-handed batter's box. 0 for 2 effort so far. Stanford deep breath on the hill, kicks and fires. First pitch fastball misses chest level of the batter Anderson. 1 ball and no strikes. Sun completely set here at Whitehouse Field. The lights, the LED lights shine down brightly. 1-0. Anderson checks his swing of the dish. Chest level once again on a fastball. 2 balls and no strike. 99 miles an hour it reads on the radar gun. Maybe a tick high here at Whitehouse Field. Have not seen anybody close to 100 miles an hour this summer. 2-0. Breaking ball this time. Bends into the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. Anderson coming off being named as Cape Cod Baseball League Hitter of the Week. Leads the league in home runs with 3. 2-1. Anderson, mighty hack, fans through a fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Riley Stanford battling back here in his second at-bat.
Well, the gun might not be right, but you can definitely tell he's throwing very hard. You can hear him grunting on the mound. He's adding a lot of power to that fastball, trying to dominate these batters here.
2 balls, 2 strikes, Stanford deals. Anderson leans over the plate, watches the fastball miss outside. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Anderson steps out a deep breath, looks at his black bat, all the way in the back left corner of the right-handed batter's box, well off the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes, Stanford shrugs on the hill. Deals. Anderson, deep fly ball, left center field. Turley races back. and watches it fly over the wall. Michael Anderson, a big fly here on the bottom of the 6th, his 4th long ball of the summer.
And that ball was just absolutely crushed. That's the problem when you add all that power to your fastball. With a hitter like Michael Anderson, who is, again, the reigning Cape League hitter of the week, if you hit him in the wrong spot, the ball's going over the fence, and that was just a no-doubter. This is not a small ballpark by any standards, and that thing just flew out of here.
He takes the red helmet off, taps it with the guy up next, Jake Ogden, and that brown mullet flows in the wind as he trots back to the third base dugout. Michael Anderson, a home run against the Dores on Sunday and a home run against the Dores here on Friday. 3-0. Harwich leads with 1 away. First pitch, swinging bat of the right-handed Jake Ogden on a breaking ball low in the zone. No balls and 1 strike. Just 1 going here in the home half of the 6th. A solo shot from Michael Anderson. 0-1. Another breaking ball. Ogden well out in front of it with a swing. No balls and 2 strikes.
I suppose the good news there was that it was only a solo home run. The damage was certainly limited.
Stanford in a groove, no balls, 2 strikes, gets his sign. Takes the middle of the rubber out of the stretch. Deals the pitch. Another bender outside, and Jake Ogden fanned through it. Had to hit that one with an oar. And the second strikeout for Riley Stanford.
From East Tennessee State, number 15, Tommy Barth.
2 gone in the inning after the Michael Anderson home run, which has highlighted the bottom of the 6th so far. Tommy Barth, the right-handed left fielder, taps the plate once with his tan bat. An open stance in the right-handed batter's box. Stanford, deep breath on the hill, deals the pitch. Fastball down Broadway, no swing. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. To Tommy Barth, who was struck out twice, yet he reached back in the 1st. A low throw from Carson Bowen brought both the runners home for Harwich in that inning. 0-1. Breaking ball this time, spilled on the ground on the left side. Shortstop Keelan gloves it, slings it across his body. And the first baseman Gaffney retrieves it for the 3rd and final outs. Well, Riley Stanford, 4 batters' faces, does pretty good except for the long ball from Michael Anderson. A league-leading 4 bombs now in the summer. 3-0 the lead stands for Harwich here on Dores Radio.
Cape Cod Urgent Healthcare is here for you with high-quality...
Cape Cod Baseball is brought to you by Take Care Cape Cod, Mass State Lottery, Cape Cod Healthcare, Kinlan Grover Compass, Sullivan Tire, Badger Sports, Cape Destinations, OT Sports, Cape Cod Chamber of Commerce, Highline Cruises, Cape Cod Resort and Spa, Sports Picks, Axis Bat, Hyannis Area Chamber of Commerce, Sunderland Printing, and Bluebird Hotels. And of course, thank you to Major League Baseball for over 50 years of support.
Cape League Baseball is brought to you by 99 Restaurants, Hampton Inn, Baseball Cloud, Cape Cod 5, Franklin Sports, Milton Cat, T-Mobile, Yawkey Foundation, Netting Pros, Mosquito Joe of Plymouth Cape Cod, Nantucket Nectars, Veolia North America, Coca-Cola Beverages Northeast, and Del Mar Vacation Rentals.
Ace Ticket is proud to be a platinum sponsor of Falmouth Commodores baseball. They specialize in hard-to-find tickets for all types of events. Their secure website provides the ideal
Off the top of the 7th for Falmouth, the center fielder from Oklahoma State.
Hey, Commodore fans, for
41,
great sandwiches, calzones, and
Lassalle.
pizza, go to Supreme Pizza. Open daily until 8:30 p.m. Come by before or after the game to grab some food. Top of the 7th, bottom third of the order due up for the Commodores. LaSalle, Bowen, and Martin. 3-0 Harwich leads. First pitch, righty swinger Donovan LaSalle takes a breaking ball upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Couple of strikeouts for LaSalle and 2 plate appearances. Colton Shaw, reliever, glove in front of his face, winds up, deals inside fastball letter high. 2 balls and no strikes.
One more scoreboard update, 6-3, Katuitt now leading Bourne mid-7, so if you were to ever find a way to win this game, you do have a chance to pass, or at least tie Bourne in the standings.
2-0, and a fastball misses at the knees of the batter LaSalle. 3 straight balls from the Yale Bulldog Colton Shaw. Kicks some dirt around the back of the hill and gets set. Into his windup, deals the 3-0. LaSalle looks at a fastball right down Broadway. Still a hitter's count, 3 balls and 1 strike.
Hyannis absolutely smoking Wareham. 12-4 in the bottom of the 4th from Spillane Field.
3-1. LaSalle cracks it on the ground, left side. Henry got but the shortstop, backhands into the hole, whips it to first base in time. Beautiful stretch by Michael Anderson as he beats Donovan LaSalle down the line. Now an 0-for-3 day for the Oklahoma State Cowboy, and there's one away in the top of the 7th.
We mentioned Chatham lost to YD 8-2 in the earlier game. Orleans gets a win. They're now 3-9 with a 5-2 win over Brewster, so you're tied with Orleans once again at 3-9 if you don't win this game.
Next batter, Carson Bowen swings through the first pitch. No balls and 1 strike to the TCU catcher, catching in his 4th straight game today for the Commodores. Quick windup on the hill from Shaw. The pitch, 0-1 fastball beneath the knees and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bowen has been hit by a pitch twice today. Only 2 times he's come up to the plate. The backstop wearing it off the front elbow. Twirls his bat out a couple times, gets set. Shaw into the windup, kicks and deals. 1-1. And a slider in the dirt. Carson Bowen well out in front on the swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bowen 2 base hits last night. First time he's had multiple base hits in a game this summer. 1-2. And Bowen taps it to the ground left side, curls foul. Keep it here at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Colton Shaw gets the baseball right back on the hill. He's been delivering the baseball very quickly. After each pitch, has his black glove in front of his face. The digital camo hat on top. You can just see his eyes beneath the cap and above the glove. 1-2. Fastball sails inside at the thigh level of Carson Bowen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bowen is left foot out of the batter's box. Now steps back in, taps the plate a couple times, and gets ready. 2-2. Slider. Bends outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count is full. Here in a 3-0 contest that sees Harwich on top. 1 going to the top of the 7th. Nobody on base. Bowen looking to be the first base runner of the inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the payoff from Shaw. Bowen spills it on the ground left side, right back to the shortstop, Goudbaugh. Grabs it off a couple hops, tosses to first in time, and quickly 2 gone to the inning.
Really don't worry about these outs here. You're in a situation where you only have 7 left. Only need 3 runs, but it's a tall task with the way that Harwich has thrown the baseball tonight. This is just so much different than what you experienced on Sunday.
Lefty Christian Martin digs in with 2 gone. First pitch, he rips it right back where it came from, drops into right center, a base hit for the Virginia Tech Hokie, Christian Martin. Aggressive swing on the first pitch. The lineup turns over to Gavin Keelan, his middle infield partner.
That's what we just said. You got to use these outs sparingly. You'd love to get a run or 2 here, make it a 1-run, 2-run game going into the 8th.
Milton, Wisconsin native Gavin Keelan into the left-handed batter's box for the 4th time today. First pitch fastball beneath the knees of the former Louisville Cardinal, currently in the transfer portal. A ball and no strikes. Harwich still ahead, 3-0, 2 gone. Top of the 7th, Christian Martin at first base. First time out of the stretch for Colton Shaw. Slides, deals, Keelan slaps it the other way on a line. It drops in front of the left fielder, Tommy Barth, for a base hit. Back-to-back singles for the Dores. Puts 2 aboard with 2 Keelan, a 2-hit day for the shortstop.
Last time you had 2 aboard with 2 out, it was in the first inning. You didn't get anything out of it. Again, you're starting to hit a little bit. I guess this is a good sign that you can't keep these Commodore bats down for too long. Again, now it just becomes a matter of, can you get a run or 2 out of this? It's kind of been the story of the season with runners on for this team.
Nobody the Commodores went up then but Luke Gaffney, and the righty swings on a fastball, fans through it. No balls and 1 strike. Gaffney a single back in the 6th, has been pretty consistent on the base hits in about every single game. Gaffney to the box, taps the plate once. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Shaw. Breaking ball, Gaffney fans through it. Quickly down, no balls and 2 strikes with 2 runners aboard. Martin and Keelan both singled. It's the Virginia Tech Hokie Martin at second and the Louisville Cardinal Keelan at first. 2 go on top of the 7th. Harwich on top 3-0. 0-2. Breaking ball misses outside to the Clemson Tiger, Luke Gaffney. Skies continue to darken here at Whitehouse Field. Pretty good crowd on hand on a fine Friday evening in Cape Cod. Shaw steps off the back of the rubber, takes a deep breath, looks down at his left wrist. At his pitch comm device gets the sign quickly back on the hill. 1-2, he deals. Pitch misses down low in the dirt to Luke Gaffney. Counts level, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Even 4 hits between both sides, yet Harwich leads 3-0 here on the top of the 7th. 2-2. Gaffney taps it off his plate and rolls back to the pitcher. Underhand flip to first, and the inning is over. Almost looked like Gaffney hit it off his left shoe, but it's not going to be called a foul ball, and the inning ends after 2 singles with 2 outs. 3-0. Harwich still leads. It's time to stretch here on Dores Radio here at Whitehouse Field.
Authentic Cape Cod dining is right around the corner at Jim's Clam Shack. Open seasonally for over 50 years, Jim's features oceanfront views with all the lobster, shrimp, burgers, and clams you can ask for. Stop by for a pregame meal or enjoy an off day at Jim's Clam Shack. Find them at 227 Clinton Ave right here in Falmouth, and hit your next meal out of the park.
Whether you own a car, home, business, or investment property, you want to keep it secure and protected. Since 1989, our friends at Northeast Metro West Insurance Agency have provided reliable insurance services across the Commonwealth. They offer that personal touch to ensure that your assets are safe and secure. Visit them on the web at neinsure.com or stop into their Falmouth location at 194 Worcester Court to find a policy that meets your needs.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with
Yeah, some golf sounds nice, but baseball sounds better. We're here in the home half of the 7th at Whitehouse Field, the home of the Harwich Mariners. 3-0. Mariners on top of the Commodores. Bottom third of the order due up to face Riley Stanford. Lefty DH Ryan Black gets a crack at the Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket first. Stanford out of the stretch, middle of the rubber. First pitch to the lefty. Black spills it on the ground right side. Luke Gaffney stabs it at first and walks over to the bag, tags it for the first out. Good start for Riley Stanford on the hill. He faced 4 batters in the 6th. One of those was Michael Anderson, who launched his 4th home run of the summer into left center. Now the batter is the catcher, Luke Heyman. The righty takes the box, rubs some dirt out with his back foot. That back foot toes the chalk in the back of the batter's box. Stanford stands tall on the hill, strides and shoots. First pitch, breaking ball bends into the zone. No balls in 1 strike on the Florida Gator, Luke Heyman. Pair of flyouts today, one to the center fielder, one to the second baseman. Stanford peers down the hill, gets his sign. Glove meets his belt. 0-1. Heyman cracks it on the ground left side, takes a weird hop over the glove of the third baseman, Trent Carraway. It trickles into left. His Oregon State teammate Gavin Turley right behind him. He tosses it in. A single for Luke Heyman, his first hit of the summer here with Harwich. Of course, the Falmouth Commodores last summer gets some revenge against the old squad. A runner on, just 1 going, 3-0. The Mariners on top of the Commodores here in the home half of the 7th. And the 9-hole Matt Scannell digs in to the lefty box.
That shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody who's been watching this team this season.
Fastball on the top side of the zone, catches, no balls in 1 strike.
Anybody who's been watching this game knows that Luke Heyman has been hitting very hard baseballs. He's just waiting for the one to go in the right spot. He finally got one there.
Princeton Tiger in the left-handed batter's box. 0-1 from Stanford. Breaking ball. That's good as well. No balls and 2 strikes. The count to Scannell, who was walked and grounded out today. Came into the game hitting just south of 100. 2 for 23 thus far this summer. No balls, 2 strikes. Stanford, long hole in the hill, and deals. Fastball misses in the dirt. Carson Bowen stabs it with a backhand, and the catcher calls time. Waltz is out in front of the plates, and he is joined by Mickey Garcia, the home plate umpire. I want to have a word with Riley Stanford. Stanford in the front of the hill, kicking some dirt with both his right and left foot, swaying back and forth. And Mickey Garcia gives a thumbs up back to the first base dugout where the Commodores sit. Maybe wanted to check and make sure Stanford's arm was okay. It looks like things are all good. A ball and 2 strikes the count. 1 going here in the home half of the 7th. Harwich on the high side, 3-0. Runner on first is Luke Heyman after a single That bounced over Trent Caraway's glove at third moments ago. The pitch from Stanford. Swing and a miss at the plate. And he sets down Matt Scannell on strikes. Riley Stanford has 3 strikeouts tonight, and there's 2 away.
Now batting for Harwich, the center fielder from Auburn, number 22, Bristol Carter.
Lineup turns over to the top with 2 gone. The Auburn Tiger, Bristol Carter, draws a cross outside the right-handed batter's box with his handle, flips the bat over, and taps it a couple times on the plate. His SEC buddy on first is Luke Heyman, the catcher. First pitch, Carter swings, laces a line drive the other way. It drops in front of right field. Jason Jones gloves it, scoops it up, throws it in. And Luke Heyman just gets 1 extra base, so he advances to second. Bristol Carter on first with a single.
Now batting for Harwich, second baseman
And
from Florida,
Harwich
number 11,
making some noise with 2 gone here in the bottom of the 7th. 3-0 leader over Falmouth. Would love to get the pitching staff some run support. Mariners just 6 outs away from getting their 7th dub of the summer. Mentioned Luke Heyman, the Florida Gator. He stands at second. This guy, Cade Curlin, a Florida Gator as well, takes a practice swing outside the right-handed batter's box and gets ready to go. Red shirt Friday here at Whitehouse Field. The red Cape Cod jerseys being sported by the Harwich Mariners. Falmouth in the black road uniforms with gray pants. Stanford gets set on the hill, glove of the belt, kicks and deals. First pitch, a fastball low and outside to Cade Curlin, a ball and no strikes. Curlin also in his first game this summer, like his Florida teammate Luke Heyman. 0 for 3 so far. Pair of strikeouts and a ground out. Curlin wide stance in the right-handed batter's box, a bit squatted as well. 1-0. Breaking ball misses below the zone. 2 balls and no strikes. Cade Curlin coming off a .245 spring with the Gators. 14 home runs, 44 RBI. 2 balls, no strikes, hitters count. Here's the pitch. Curlin lifts his hands up as the fastball runs inside. 3 balls, no strikes, the count. Riley and Stanford in danger of walking the bases loaded. Henry Godbout stands on deck, and then it's Michael Anderson who homered off Stanford an inning ago in the 6th. Slight lean back in the right-handed batter's box from Curlin. 3-0. And he watches it bend into the zone on the breaking ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. Stanford adjusts his black cap on the backside of the hill, wipes some sweat off his brow with his glove arm, nods with a sign, and comes set. Look to second at Heyman. Now the pitch home. 3-1 Curlin. Rolls it on the ground right side. Christian Martin vacuums it up, slings it across to Luke Gaffney at first base, and the inning concludes. Couple of singles. Luke Heyman and Bristol Carter make some noise. No runs come across. 3-0. The lead still stands in favor of Harwich after 7. We come back for the 8th here on Dores Radio.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
Have you been injured on Cape Cod? A car, bicycle, motorcycle crash, a commercial truck collision, a slip and fall incident, or a dog-related injury are life-changing events. Attorney Stephen Snow knows the challenges that lie ahead. Will go the extra mile for you and successfully navigate the resolution of your case. Don't wait. Call Attorney Stephen Snow at the Snow Law Firm today. 508-388-6676.
The best of the West and the beasts of the East. Coming to Falmouth this July, it's the 2024 Cape League All-Star Game, presented by Milton Cap. Come see the stars of tomorrow shine tonight with tickets on sale now at capecodleague.com.
This is Will Fleming of the Boston Red Sox. Now time for more Commodores baseball.
Dores fans, before and after every Commodores game this summer, make sure to watch Opening and Closing the Door. Braden, MJ, and Aiden have you covered with a preview of the game on Opening the Door, and then postgame, a breakdown, analysis, and interview with the player of the game on Closing the Door. First batter of the inning, top of the 8th, it's Trent Caraway, who takes a fastball up and in. 3-0 Harwich leads here at the home Whitehouse Field. 1-0. Caraway swings through a fastball low in the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Caraway an 0-for-1 effort today. Walk hit by pitch and a strikeout. The righty digs in, wiggles his bat, 1-1. Caraway leans out of it. Fastball inside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Colton Shaw back in for his 3rd inning of relief. Has a strikeout so far to his name. Into his windup and deals. 2-1. Slider misses outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Only 6 outs to work with for the Commodores, needing 3 runs here in the top of the 8th. 3 balls, 1 strike. Into the windup for Shaw. The pitch. Fastball misses belt high and in. 4 balls it is to Trent Caraway, and he turns it over to his Oregon State teammate and Commodore teammate, Gavin Turley, who was 0-for-3 with 3 strikeouts. Turley digs his right foot in the dirt through the right-handed batter's box. His black cleats step out of the box momentarily and back in. He taps the plate with his black bat and gets set. Runner on first is Caraway. First pitch from Shaw bounces in the dirt. The batter Turley. 1 ball and no strikes. 4 hits for the Commodores, 6 for the Mariners. Harwich on top, 3-0. Nobody out in the inning. First batter of the inning is Caraway. He stands at first after a walk. Next pitch to Turley on the 1-0. Golf swing through a low pitch. He misses, 1 ball and 1 strike. Skies continue to darken here in Harwich as the sun sets. Bit of a chilly Friday evening. 1 ball, 1 strike. Love underneath the chin. Pitcher Shaw brings it home. Slider misses at the knees of Gavin Turley. 2 balls and 1 strike the count to the Oregon State sophomore.
Did you get bit yet?
I have not gotten bit by any bugs, Aiden. I've got some pants
I
on today.
them. They're here.
And I'm thankful I wore them. 2 balls, 1 strike the count to Turley. Pitch home. Fastball runs inside. Turley turns his left shoulder. Look to wear it and reach first base on a hit by pitch, but he's in a hitter's count now. 3 balls and 1 strike. Turley coming off a .277 season with the Beavers. Slugged 19 home runs, 74 RBI. 3-1. Turley checks his swing. Fastball runs inside. And another 5-pitch walk to an Oregon State Beaver. It's Caraway who trots to second. And moseying down to first is Gavin Turley. 2 runners aboard. Dylan Carey takes the right-handed batter's box. And Aiden, this is the inning now, it seems. The Commodores are going to have to strike for a few runs. And right on cue, the Harwich pitching coach exits the dugout and strolls out to the hill.
Yes, this is clearly the best chance they've had to score all day. Only 3 innings where they've had 2 runners on, and both of those other innings, they only got the runners on with 2 outs. And so this is your chance. You have 2 on, nobody out. You need to strike, and right on cue, Harwich is going to make a pitching change.
The Mariners make a move to the mound. We'll step away for a few moments here on Dores Radio. Come back, talk to you about the new arm who's looking to slam the door on the Dores. 2 runners on, nobody out. It is the best chance Falmouth has had all evening long.
Attention Harwich fans.
Cape Cod Baseball is brought to you by Take Care, Cape Cod, Mass State Lottery, Cape Cod Healthcare, Kinlan Grover Compass, Sullivan Tire, Badger Sports, Cape Destinations, OT Sports, Cape Cod Chamber of Commerce, Highline Cruises, Cape Cod Resort and Spa, Sports Fix, Axis Bat, Hyannis Area Chamber of Commerce, Sunderland Printing, and Bluebird Hotels. And of course, thank you to Major League Baseball for over 50 years of support.
Have you been injured on Cape Cod? A car, bicycle, motorcycle crash, a commercial truck collision, a slip and fall incident, or a dog-related injury are life-changing events. Attorney Stephen Snow knows the challenges that lie ahead. Will go the extra mile for you and successfully navigate the resolution of your case. Don't wait. Call Attorney Stephen Snow at the Snow Law Firm today. 508-388-6676.
Over 60 years and 4 generations, the vision of C.H. Newton Builders continues in their family-owned custom home building company with locations across New England. Expertise, customization, and first-class quality are all at the core of every project they complete. With C.H. Newton Builders, it's more than a home, it's a family. Find them at chnewton.com and get started today.
Back here in the top side of the 8th, the new pitcher on the hill. It's Justin Mitrovic, who hails from Elon, and he has done good work so far for the Mariners this summer. A win, no losses, not a single run in the ERA category across 2 games and 3 2/3. Giving up just 4 hits, has struck out 5 and walked just 2, and he was pretty solid this past spring with the Elon Phoenix as well. A 5.06 ERA, all in start, 80 innings pitched. 4-6 record. He inherits 2 base runners. The Oregon State Beaver tandem both walked on 5 pitches. It's Caraway at second, Gavin Turley at first. And now the batter is Dylan Carey. Hit 4 hits last night and a crucial 2 RBI single in the 7th to give the Commodores a lead. Out of the stretch, Mitrovic comes home, blows a fastball inside, and Dylan Carey lifts his hands so he doesn't get hit. A ball and no strikes the count to the Nebraska DH. 0 for 3 days so far for Carey. Wide stance in the right-handed batter's box, twirls his black bat out a couple times, slight bend at the knees. Mitrovic, glove at his belt, couple looks to second, deals the pitch home. Breaking ball, Carey looks a bit fooled at the plate as he swings. 1 ball and 1 strike. Team leading 6 RBI for Carey this summer. Can really add on with a base hit. Ball and a strike the count. Hands up high by the right ear hole. Couple looks to second again. Mitrovic brings it home. Another slider. Carey's out in front. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Harwich on top 3-0. Nobody out here in the top of the 8th. 2 base runners aboard. Turley at first, Caraway at second. A must-score inning for the Commodores. Ball and 2 strikes the count. Mitrovic brings it home. And Carey stays alive. Taps it off the front foot of the catcher, Luke Haymanu. Hobbles as he comes up a little bit. Walks out in front of the mound, in front of the plate, rather. Tosses the baseball back to the first base dugout. Takes his mask off, now readjusts and pulls his right foot out. Gets back into a crouch, he's ready to go. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count still. Mitrovic peers down the alley, gets his sign. Look to Caraway, now they'll look to Caraway. Pitch home. 1-2, another breaking ball, another swing and miss from Dylan Carey, and he is down on strikes. Justin Mitrovic comes in and picks up a strikeout in the first batter he faces. There's 1 away in the top of the 8th.
From Oklahoma State, number 5, Jason Jones.
3-0 Harwich, still with the edge over Falmouth. 4 hits for the Dores, 6 for the Mariners. And the Commodores need a hit right now. 2 runners on base, Caraway at second and Turley at first. Here's the Oklahoma State Cowboy, Jason Jones, in the right-handed batter's box. Mitrovic, here's the pitch. Jones swings and puts it foul over the first base dugout. And back into the trees behind the Merch Shack. There's some youngins going to fight for a souvenir. One guy's going to go home happy on a Friday evening. No balls, 1 strike. 1 team is going to go home happy this Friday evening. Commodores need some runs if it wants to be them. 0-1. Jason Jones takes an eye-level fastball, leans out of the way of it, runs up and inside. He steps out of the box, readjusts his batting gloves. A ball and a strike the count. Mitrovic steps off the backside of the hill, looks to Caraway, now gets back on it. Works out of the stretch, middle of the rubber. 1-1 to Jones. Breaking ball misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Jason Jones spent 2 seasons in Fayetteville with the Arkansas Razorbacks. Hopped in the portal this offseason and recently announced his transfer commitment to Oklahoma State, where he joins fellow Commodores Colin Ritchie and Donovan LaSalle. LaSalle stands on deck. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Breaking ball inside. Jason Jones, a half-hearted check swing. Goes around 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count level. Jones strolls out of the right-handed batter's box. Now his black cleats dig in to the back of the righty box. Bend at the knees, wide stance, down 2 strikes. 2-2 the pitch. Jones pops it up, lifts it in the air to left field. Barth camps underneath it. Nobody tags. Caraway halfway between the second and third base bag. Retreats back to second. Gavin Turley heads back to first. 2 gone in the top of the 8th and another. Aiden. Chance for the Commodores to score. 2 runners on base with nobody out. It's up to Donovan LaSalle to keep it going.
They have to score here. This is just, it's a repeat of everything that was going wrong before you went on this mini win streak.
The guy that is due at the dish is Donovan LaSalle. Twirls his maroon bat out a couple times, gets set, and Mitrovic steps off the back of the rubber Looks down at his left wrist. Believe that is a pitch comm device. Sees something, toes the rubber, and gets set. Glove at his belt. Meets the baseball. Pitch home. First pitch to LaSalle. Baseball level with the Falmouth letters that run across the chest. A ball and no strikes. LaSalle taps either side of the plate, readjusts his black helmet, spits in front of home plate, and readies. Lots of movement in the hands. Smooth stance for LaSalle. 1-0, fastball runs upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. LaSalle has a home run this summer. It came over a week ago at YD. That game was played last Thursday. LaSalle drags his bat across home plate. Tall stance in the right-handed batter's box. The Lake Charles, Louisiana native looking for a base knock. 2-0. Takes a pitch low in the dirt. 3 balls, no strikes. Luke Heyman calls time. Tosses the baseball to third base. Picks one up from our home plate umpire, Mickey Garcia, and gives it back to the Elon Phoenix right-hander, Justin Mitrovic. Looking to hold the 3-0 lead for the Mariners here in the top of the 8th. 2 going, 2 runners on base. Caraway at second, Turley at first. Mitrovic deals a 3-0. Beneath the knees of LaSalle, takes ball 4. 4 pitches and a walk. The bases juiced for Carson Bowen. And Aiden, the time is now.
Now batting for Falmouth.
Caraway at third, Turley at second, and LaSalle at first. Carson Bowen digs in. He had a 2-hit game last night, his first multi-hit game of the summer. All he needs is 1 base hit in this one to really make a difference. 3-0 Harwich with the lead. A base hit could change that. Mitrovic deals the first pitch. Breaking ball, wisps outside. 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, you don't want to gift him anything. He just walked a batter. You do not want to give him anything that he doesn't earn strike-wise.
Freshman All-American twirls his black bat out a couple times. 1-0. Fastball right down the heart of the plate. Good for strike 1, a ball and a strike. California native in the back of the right-handed batter's box. 1-1. Breaking ball, Bowen keeps his weight back. Doesn't throw his hands, but a strike called. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. 2 going in the top of the 8th. Bases loaded. Commodores trailing by 3. Bowen looking for a base hit and a pair of RBI. Pitch. Runs inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Again, Achilles' heel of this team this season has been hitting with runners in scoring position, especially with the bases loaded.
Bowen's hands at his right ear hole. 2-2. Breaking ball just misses the top side of the zone. We have another full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 gone. Runners will be on the move on the pitch. And boy, is this pitch ever so important. Commodores looking to win 3 straight. Harwich looking to bounce back after a loss last night to Hyannis. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch home. Bowen taps out of the ground left side. Shortstop comes in, gloves it. It's gone, but flips it across to first base. And the bases loaded threat proves to be nothing. The Commodores' woes with runners in scoring position seem to be coming back. 3-0 the score as we end the top of the 8th here on Dores Radio. Commodores got to slam the door, then get some runs in the 9th.
Oh my goodness.
Whether you own a car, home, business, or investment property, you want to keep it secure and protected. Since 1989, our friends at Northeast Metro West Insurance Agency have provided reliable insurance services across the Commonwealth. They offer that personal touch to ensure that your assets are safe and secure. Visit them on the web at neinsure.com or stop in to their Falmouth location at 194 Worcester Court to find a policy that meets your needs.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
The best of the West and the beasts of the East. Coming to Falmouth this July, It's the 2024 Cape League All-Star Game, presented by Milton Cap. Come see the stars of tomorrow shine tonight with tickets on sale now at capecodleague.com.
Now batting for Harwich.
Bottom of the 8th
Shortstop
here on
from
Dores
FC.
Radio. Whitehouse
Number 2,
Field, the site for
Ryan
tonight's
Walker.
action. The Harwich Mariners on top of the visiting Falmouth Commodores, 3-0. And it's 3-4-5 due up to face Riley Stanford. The righty shortstop Henry Godbout digs in to get things going. Out of the stretch, Stanford kicks, deals. Godbout chops it on the left side. His counterpart Keelan charges in, bare hands it, flips it across. Gaffney a stretch at first, not in time. A great hustle by Godbout down the first base line, but a really excellent play by Gavin Keelan at shortstop. Man, that would have been a highlight reel play for both Keelan and Gaffney with a splits-like stretch at first. One pitch, an infield single credited to the Virginia shortstop. And now here's Michael Anderson, the big, tall righty who launched a homer off Riley Stanford back in the 6th. Runner on first, Stanford kicks, deals. First pitch, breaking ball, top side of the zone, good. No balls, 1 strike.
The way you've hit so far, you really can't afford to give any more runs up. I'm sure Riley knows that.
Riley gets set, glove at his belts. Comes home, fastball misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count to Michael Anderson, who had a slow day before that home run. It was 2 plate appearances, a strikeout, and a ground out. And it was a 3-2 count, and he said, hey, I want my 4th homer of the summer. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stanford fires home. Breaking ball misses outer third. 2 balls, 1 strike. 3-0 contest. Harwich leads Falmouth. Here in the bottom of the 8th, nobody out. 1 runner on is Godbout at first after an infield single. 2-1, Godbout on the move. Pitch hits the heart of the zone. Carson Bowen rifles it down to second, throws wide. Christian Martin misses the center fielder. LaSalle picks it up, hoses it to third, not in time. And man, oh man, the woes continue for the Commodores with errors in the infield. Henry Godbout goes from first to third on a steal. The breaking ball hit the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes, count level to Michael Anderson. Takes the back of the right-handed batter's box. Currently in the portal, making a lot of noise for himself this summer. Spent 2 seasons at Island. Stanford comes home. Check swing of the dish, and Michael Anderson goes around. Down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. Riley Stanford, that is, takes a big strikeout on Michael Anderson.
Number 8, Jake Ogden.
Stanford's now got 4 punch-outs since he came in the 6th inning. Next batter he faces is the righty third baseman, Jake Ogden. Bat pointed up towards the sky in the right-handed batter's box. First pitch, fastball runs up and inside. Ogden leans out of the way. 1 ball, no strikes. Side, Ogden leans out of the way. 1 ball, no strikes. The infield creeps in for the Commodores. All the toes on the infield green grass here at Whitehouse Field, trying to come back from a 3-0 deficit. 1-0. Breaking ball misses low and away. 2 balls, no strikes to Jake Ogden. Looking to pick up his 11th RBI of the summer. He's got Henry Godbout 90 feet away at third. Stanford toes the rubber. Deep breath, deals the 2-0. Ogden off the end of the bat, spills it in front of Stanford, gloves it on the first base line, flips it quickly to Gaffney, who loses it as it pops out of his glove. Godbout sprints home, crosses the plate. And the infield catastrophe continues for the Falmouth Commodores. Now 4-0. Harwich leads, and a really tough play there for the Commodores.
And we're going to see how they score that. If it's an error, it would be the 4th error for the Commodores today. Again, MJ, there is a direct correlation between winning games and playing clean baseball in the field. 2 straight games of winning baseball. Last 2 games they've won without giving up an error in 18 innings.
They credit him with a single. Ogden now at first. Next batter, Tommy Barth shows bunt, pulls back as the pitch sails helmet high. The red helmet of Tommy Barth as he turns and looks towards the third base coach to get a sign. Steps back into the box. White and black cleats dig in to the dirt. Open stance, left foot in front of the right. 1-0. Fastball sails upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes.
They do call it a soft infield single.
1 gone infield, now a double play depth. It's Keelan and Martin, the 2 up the middle for the Commodores. 2-0. Barth takes an eye-level fastball upstairs. 3 balls, no strikes the count to the left fielder, looking for his first base knock of the evening. Navy blue sky ahead as the sun. Barth takes a belt-high fastball for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike the count. Riley Stanford looking to battle back and just eliminate the runs. 4-0 Harwich leads here in the home half of the 8th. It's going to have to be an offensive onslaught for the Commodores in the top side of the 9th. 3-1. Barth chops it on the ground. Left side coming in is Keelan. Loves it moving forward. Whips it to first in the dirt. Gaffney looks to scoop it out and does not. It pops out of his first base mitt at the last second. And man, oh man, the Commodores could just not catch a break here defensively.
No, they can't. This is just brutal. And I think, you know, that ball just died. That was such a tough play to make. That's going to be a hit. And now Landry's going out, and that's the day for Riley Stanford, who looks very frustrated on the mound despite not a terrible outing. He just ran into a little bit of problems that were not necessarily his fault in this inning. He was brought in a bad situation to begin with, and I'm very curious. He may end up with a loss here, MJ, because Seppings didn't give up an earned run. This may come up. I mean, he may be the only one that gives up any earned runs. This may end up being a Riley Stanford loss when he really wasn't the one that lost the game.
That earned run likely will be charged, as you said, to Riley Stanford, and it's going to come off the Michael Anderson home run in the 6th, the 3-2 count, and the big bat didn't miss it. Looks like Riley Stanford may remain in the ball game. It's a mound meeting between Matt Landry and the rest of the Commodore infield. And all signs point to Riley Stanford staying in, and he will remain on the hill. 4-0 contest. Harwich leads, has 2 runners on base after 2 infield singles. Jake Ogden at second, Tommy Barth at first. And you got to credit Gavin Keelan for the hustle he's had at shortstop. Has had to make some really tough plays. The throws just have not quite been there.
Well, this isn't a terrible decision, keeping him in and, you know, bringing another pitcher for 2 outs and maybe wasting them at some point. You like to let Riley continue this game.
Lefty Ryan Black, the next batter. Breaking ball on the outer third, good. No balls in 1 strike.
Again, you still have 2 more days before you can reset your pitching staff. You still got to get through Whitey tomorrow and Wareham, maybe the best offense in the league, on Sunday. You like to keep pitchers fresh for that.
Ball on a strike. Next pitch. Jack swing at the dish. And our home plate umpire, Mickey Garcia, signals that he did, and correction. Now the count is no balls at 2 strikes. To the newest Georgia Bulldog, Ryan Black, hitting in the left-handed batter's box. The 4th time today, still looking for his first hit. Got 2 base runners aboard. 0-2. Black rips it on the right side. It curls foul. Ricochets off the facade of the first base dugout. Stay here at no balls and 2 strikes. The runners on. It's Ogden at second and Tommy Barth at first. Both guys had an infield single. And a handful of those today for Harwich, which has contributed to 9 hits and a 4-run edge here with 1 gone in the bottom of the 8th. Stanford, a couple checks to second, and comes home with the 0-2. Fastball sails eye level outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on the lefty bat, Ryan Black, who just coming into the game was 1 for 4 this summer with a .250 average. This Black bat taps either side of the plate. Blue batting gloves grip the handle. 1-2. Fastball underneath the chin. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Riley Stanford tumbles down the hill, snaps at the baseball with his glove, and goes up on the mound and kicks some dirt out and takes the third base side of the rubber. Eyes squint as he peers down the alley, nods with the first sign he gets from his catcher, Bowen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Glove underneath his chest, kicks and deals. Breaking ball, outer half is good. Strike 3 called. Riley Stanford has 5 strikeouts, so despite giving up an earned run, he has been wheeling and dealing on the hill. So going now with 2 runners on base. Harwich still leads 4-0, and a guy that got the hit parade going in the 7th is Luke Heyman, the catcher.
And again, he's hit the ball very, very hard tonight. You really got to relax yourself here and make sure that you don't give up that extra run. 4's not out of the question if you can put the hits together for it.
Heyman digs into the right-handed batter's box. His bat angles down on his right shoulder towards the dirt. First pitch, big swing and miss. Luke Heyman looked for it all on that 1 swing. No balls and 1 strike. Heyman, Florida's everyday catcher, played and started all 66 games for the Gators this past spring. A real workhorse behind the plate. Gators went to Omaha. No balls, one strike. Stanford's pitch. Breaking ball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. 16 homers, 52 RBI for Luke Heyman in the spring. Back of the right-handed batter's box. His hands rest below his chest and now brings him up to his right ear hole. That bat rested on his shoulder. 1-1. Breaking ball just misses the outer half. 2 balls and 1 strike to count with 2 gone in the home half of the 8th. Harwich looking to increase that 4-run lead. I've already dragged 1 across the plate here in the 8th. 2 gone, 2 runners aboard. Ogden at second, Barth at first. Stanford in the stretch, kicks and deals the 2-1. Breaking ball, Heyman turned his head before it broke into the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Heyman strolls out of the right-handed batter's box, quickly back in, adjusts his red helmet. Stanford peers down the hill, gets his sign. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Pitch home. Heyman takes an inside breaking ball for a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Carson Bowen now removes his purple and white mask, steps in front of home plate, and directs some orders out to the Commodores infield. Runners will be on the move on the pitch. Pair runners on first and second. Stanford peers back at Ogden at second. Pitch home. Heyman pops it up, and it trickles out of play on the first base side. Lands just beyond the bleachers on the first base side. Keep it here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count is full. Still plenty of fans here in attendance despite a Harwich lead that stands at 4-0. Just about 4 outs from now, we could be headed home. Sky continues to darken. 7 minutes away from 9 o'clock Eastern time here on Cape Cod. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count to the Florida backstop, Luke Heyman. Here's the pitch, runners go. Breaking ball, tops out of the zone. A looking strikeout for Luke Heyman. Riley Stanford, 6 strikeouts in 3 innings. He has done his work on the hill, yet has given up 2 runs. And it is 4-0 Harwich. Commodores down to their last 3 outs. Gotta swing the bats.
Hi, I'm Riley Stanford, a pitcher.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Shipwrecked Falmouth is a premier beachside restaurant and bar located at Falmouth Heights Beach here in beautiful Cape Cod. Open year-round for indoor and outdoor dining, Shipwrecked features classic New England summer options with some interesting twists. Try crab cakes, fish and chips, pizza, and even sushi. Stop in at 263 Grand Ave for your modern dining experience. Authentic Cape Cod dining is right around the corner at Jim's Clam Shack. Open seasonally for over 50 years, Jim's features oceanfront views with all the lobster, shrimp, burgers, and clams you can ask for. Stop by for a pregame meal or enjoy an off day at Jim's Clam Shack. Find them at 227 Clinton Ave right here in Falmouth and hit your next meal out of the park.
Hi, I'm Riley Stanford, a pitcher and outfielder from Georgia Tech, and you're listening to Commodores Baseball.
Riley Stanford has been a strikeout machine in his 3 innings of relief work. He's got 6 punchies, but right now it's the bats that need attention. Falmouth trails Harwich 4-0 as we enter the top of the 9th. 9-1-2 due up to face Justin Mitrovic, and we get going with the lefty Christian Martin, the second baseman for the Commodores. Black night sky up above this game in about 2.5 hours. As Martin takes the left-handed batter's box, a slight crouch and an open stance to face Mitrovic. Into the windup, deals the first pitch. Martin takes a fastball outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Martin stays in the box, tilts the gray bat out towards the pitcher Mitrovic. Twirls it a couple times, now rests that bat on his left shoulder. Mitrovic brings his black glove in front of his face to his belt. 1-0, and a swing and a pop-up foul from Christian Martin over the third base dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike the count to number 6, Christian Martin, who singled back in the 7th. A 1 for 3 day, fielder's choice and a strikeout the other 2 times around. Elon Phoenix righty, Mitrovic winds, deals. 1-0, and Martin sprays it foul yet again on the third base side. Commodores down to their final 3 outs here in the top of the 9th. The Harwich lead stands 4-0. Only 4 hits for the Dores tonight, 9 for the Mariners. Mitrovic winds up and deals 1-2. Martin smokes it foul on the third base side. 3 straight foul balls off the left-handed bat of Christian Martin. He pounds his handle on the ground to make sure this bat is not broken. Seems to be okay. Martin strolls back into the left-handed batter's box. Taps the plate once. Crouched open stance. 1-2. Side pitch at the thighs, and it nicks Christian Martin. He turned and looked at Mickey Garcia, said, "Hey dude, it hit me." And Mickey Garcia agrees. And the Commodores exclaiming in the dugout as Christian Martin tries first the leadoff man on a hit by pitch.
Number 3, Gavin.
Well, this is the most alive I think we've heard the Falmouth dugout all night, maybe all season long. You get a sense maybe there's a little bit of a spark here. Steve Englert has gone to talk to Mickey over the dugout. The balls are being hit hard here, MJ. You know, the first 2 pitchers that the Commodores saw tonight were really blowing the ball by him. You don't get that sense here. You need the hits to come.
2 for 4 line for the lefty Gavin Keelan as he digs in, and Mickey Garcia takes a stroll to the right-handed batter's box, calls time, and now trots back behind the Florida catcher Luke Heyman. Points to the pitcher Mitrovic, ready to go. Keelan tall stance in the lefty box. First pitch. He swings and pops it up foul, and it curls out of play on the third base side. No balls and 1 strike. Single on either side of a ground out and a fly out for Gavin Keelan. Keelan digs in, ready to go. His white cleats in the middle of the box. 0-1. Fastball chest high outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Christian Martin leads off first after he was hit by a pitch at a 1-2 count. You know the base runners you can get, trailing by 4 if you're Falmouth. Still 3 outs to work with, top of the 9th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Justin Mitrovic looking for strikeout number 2. Trying to get Gavin Keelan down on strikes of the first evening. Keelan had a hit last night against Bourne's, got 2 tonight. Fastball sails upstairs on the 1-2 pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Keelan takes 1 step out of the left-handed batter's box and gets right back in. Mitrovic, middle of the rubber out of the stretch. Glove at his belt, deep breath, fires home. 2-2, Keelan skies it up right behind home plate. Chasing it is Luke Heyman, loses his mask in the process, and Basket catches it for the first out. And Gavin Keelan grabs his tan barrel and slowly strolls back to the first base dugout.
Number 16, Luke Gaffney.
Luke Heyman makes the catch. Luke Gaffney now comes to the dish. One of the biggest run producers in the Commodore order. Has a single tonight and would love nothing more than a single, maybe an extra base hit, even a walk. Just finding a way on base to preserve this inning. 1 gone, top of the 9th. 2 more outs to work with for the Dores, trailing 4-0. Runner on first is Christian Martin. First pitch, fast side, 1 ball and no strikes. Mitrovic gets the baseball in the back of the hill, nods a couple times, knows what he wants to go with, and he comes set. Closed stance for Gaffney in the righty box, 1-0. Fastball upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Gaffney came into the game with a 2nd best batting average in the Cape Cod Baseball League. A base hit here might keep him in that spot. Mentioned he already has 1 tonight, 1 for 3. The hit by pitch, 2-0. Gaffney rips it on the right side. Second baseman Curlin gloves it. Underhand flips it to second. Oh, what a play by Cade Curlin. More than a flip, I should say. He zipped it falling away into right field. Gets the lead runner Christian Martin. Luke Gaffney takes first base, and the Commodores now down to their final out. 2 gone, Trent Carraway swings that right foot through the right-handed batter's box as he always does kind of runs through it like a place kicker in football. And now he takes the box after he looks at his tan bat. Luke Gaffney stands at first base. Mitrovic deals the first pitch. Inside, misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Trent Carraway lifts his hands as the ball comes inside. Wants to preserve those that grip the stick. 1 ball, no strikes. Mitrovic brings it home. Fastball upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 gone in the inning. Luke Gaffney at first base after reaching on a fielder's choice. 4-0 Harwich leads, looking to bounce back after a loss against Hyannis. Dores looking to make it 3 straight wins after winning 2 at the Gov. 2-0 to Carraway. He swings, chops it high on the left side. Third baseman runs in. It's Ogden who kicks it off his heel. And luckily right behind him is Henry. Got about the shortstop. Trent Carraway gets on with what I believe is going to be an infield single. Really doesn't matter how it's scored. It matters that he's on first base. 2 going, and Gavin Turley takes the right-handed batter's box, still looking for that first hit of the summer here in just his first game. It is scored as an infield single. And now Turley digs in, middle of the right-handed batter's box. Little golf swing out towards the hill. Comes set, bat parallel to the ground. Mitrovic a look at second, brings the pitch home, and the fastball runs upstairs, chin level of Turley for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to the Oregon State Beaver Gavin Turley, who just finished his sophomore season. An 0-for-3 day, 3 strikeouts and a walk. Mitrovic beats to second, comes home. 1-0 fastball below the knees of Gavin Turley. 2 balls and no strikes. Steps out of the batter's box, looks at his black bat, takes a peek down to the third base coach. He says, get right back in there and rip the baseball. That's what he's looking to do. Ahead 2 balls and no strikes. Mitrovic deals. Turley fans through an upstairs pitch, a fastball registering at 95 miles an hour. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 runners on. Over at second is Luke Gaffney. At first, Trent Carraway. Tying run, and Dylan Carey stands on deck. 2-1. Turley taps onto the ground right side. Past the first baseman Anderson. It trickles into right field. Coming around to score is Luke Gaffney. The throw to second in time, and Turley is thrown out trying to stretch a single into a double, and the game comes to a close. The run will count, I believe, so it is not a shutout. Yet the Falmouth Commodores do fall by a score, what I believe will be 4-1 here at Whitehouse Field.
The final score of tonight's game.
And for the second time in just the same week, the Mariners down at the Doors, once at the Gov and here at Whitehouse Field. And Aiden, all the offense we had talked about the last 2 games just did not happen today.
And he really just ran into some very good pitching here, MJ. No reason to believe that this is a problem. It is only a problem if you let it affect how you go tomorrow. You're going to face, hopefully, a pitcher that's not going to throw as much bayous as Hayden LeFew, but, I mean, this was a start of the summer for him, and Harwich earned this win. You just hope that, well, tomorrow is a different story, and you beat a YD team that you really felt you beat the first time, and just kind of lost that game and let it slip away. You just hope you can get back to your winning ways. You played very well at home the last 2 nights. You'd like to do it again tomorrow.
We'll have a few more closing thoughts on the backside of this break. Stay tuned for the post-game show, here on Dores Radio. Harwich 4, Falmouth 1.
At Lawrence Lynch, we build and improve infrastructure that connects people and transforms our communities for the better. We strive to be an industry leader in civil construction by empowering our talented employees, respecting our supply chain relationships, and exceeding expectations in our service to our customers. There's no place quite like Lawrence Lynch. Visit us on the web at lawrencelynch.com or get in touch at 508-548-1800.
The game might be over, but our coverage is just beginning. It's time to close the door with the postgame show on Dores Radio. Let's head back to the ballpark to break it all down.
Back here at Whitehouse Field, final Falmouth 1 and Harwich a 3-run edge, 4-1 the final. MJ Newsom here with my partner Aiden Blank. And Aiden, we just talked about it. The offensive struggles really continue today, but even worse, the defensive struggles, the errors are what really killed the Falmouth Commodores today.
Yeah, that's again, all these games you've lost, you've committed 3, 4, even 5 errors in a game, and it's not sustainable. You can't win games when you're gifting them all these base runners. You're lucky it wasn't even worse than 4-1 tonight. And it's unfair to your pitchers. It's unfair to Jack Seppings, who threw a tremendous game tonight and would have had clean baseball through 5 innings if you hadn't made those errors in the first inning.
So the errors really hurt, but Aiden, the pitching was, my gosh, it was good. 13 combined strikeouts between just 2 arms. Seppings had 7, Stanford had 6. And you talk about the unearned runs. The only earned run I believe that's going to come down to it is Michael Anderson's home run against Riley Stanford in the 6th.
And he had a very questionable loss in this because, again, he did not allow an earned run tonight. It was tremendous baseball, and I hope that he'll continue to pitch. We hope we'll see him very soon in another start. 3 hits, 2 runs, none of them earned, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks in 5 innings, and that's what sets out to you. It's 5 innings of baseball that he threw, and you really haven't had to do that this season. And again, you would have really liked your first 5-inning start of the season to result in a win.
Well, it was 2 wins at the Gov previously to this game, and Aiden, we had talked about how good baseball Falmouth played, a fully complete game. What are you doing tomorrow after a really kind of not ugly loss, but not a very complete loss tonight if you play Swidey tomorrow?
You just got to flush it and be more comfortable. And remember, you're back home. You've won a lot of games at home so far the last week or so, and just hope that this continues. And, you get the offense back is going to have to become the biggest thing. You're going to need to hit the ball a lot better than you did tonight. However, they did take a lot of momentum because they put together a pretty good rally in the 9th inning. And now you just need to reset yourself and try to win a ball game tomorrow. You're still a chance to jump up on board and get a 4th win tomorrow if you can.
Back on the air tomorrow at home, Falmouth Commodores taking on the Whitey Red Sox at the Gov. First pitch at 6 o'clock. And then on Sunday, it'll be a 6 o'clock pitch at Wareham. Tomorrow, Colby Guy gets the baseball for Falmouth. And then on Sunday, the scheduled starter for the Dores is Hayden Frank. Two guys you can look forward to. Guy looking for a bounce-back performance. Hayden Frank looking to continue his tremendous start across 2 games pitched. And we'll just see you tomorrow at the Gov. Falmouth looking to bounce back after a 4-1 loss to Harwich tonight here at Whitehouse Field. From everybody on our